Ladies and gents, welcome to the grand final of Regicide Rumble 6. All the kings start in the middle. There will be one standing at the end, and there's a $250 prize for whoever wins first place. There is still lots of money on the line for second and third, as well as the $25 per king kill. Now, every player who's made it to this final had to win a game in their category. We have the 4 community winners, and then we have the 4 pro winners, and they're all put together here. And this map is called Valley of Kings. If you've seen Valley of Kings before, we have actually made some changes to it. We've added resources to the sides. But there are these little Gaia units that are still there, and they will protect some of those golds. So that's something to keep an eye on. The players start with castles, which has not been the case in a lot of these maps. So they're very well protected at the start. And then there is this wall that is like a neutral wall. It isn't controlled by anybody. And that connects all the castles. So that may need to be destroyed eventually. The players also start with a little bit of their own wall, so they can delete that, for example, to pass to the outside. And then the majority of the stone and gold is going to be on the outside. Now, I'm going to do the introductions now, and I think we're going to start with the pros. Dogal, the winner of what might have been the craziest pro game. I mean, all of them were so crazy. Certainly, I think many people really enjoyed the hope action in that game. Dogal, he could be a target this game. He's the most successful 1v1 player, most successful player overall in this game. He's playing as the Berbers here in the teal. Now, next to him is a community player, Schlumpf. Dogal's not going to know anything about Schlumpf. Schlumpf is a very sneaky good. We rigged him into Regicide Rumble. He's now made it to the final. He's 1400 elo, excuse me. But he's playing as the Spanish right next to Dogal, so that could be kind of worrisome for Schlumpf. Now, next to Schlumpf is our 800 elo player. He's 860 elo. He won his game, and he was in our chat yesterday. He was like, what advice do you have for me? And I said, dude, just enjoy yourself. Try and use your elo to your advantage. And try and, like, the fact that you're lower ranked, tell people that, you know? Let people know, and then maybe they could form alliances. He's playing as the Georgians here in the gray. In the green, we got pro player Doomster, 2500 elo. He's playing as the Turks. Doomster didn't chat a great deal, had some epic plays to eventually betray his teammates in his pro game and get here. Turks is this is the first time we've seen this Sid picked, by the way. So that's interesting to note. On the purple next to him, Teutonic Tanks. One of the most successful players in Regicide Rumble. If you were to go back to all the games that he's played, he always does very, very well. He's dangerous, and he's the Mongols. It was especially dangerous. He's around 2k elo. In the red, we've got Syscon. Syscon, 2600 elo. Beasted in his game. And he was not a player I expected to make the finals here. He is playing as the Koreans. He loved his Halbs. He loved his Bomber Cannons with the Ethiopians last time. Did form Diplo alliances with some people, but is he going to do it like everybody else, like all the lower elo players? I don't know. Here in the yellow, we have Call of Valhalla. This player's 1300. They've gone for the Khmer here. And they won their game on Random Worlds. And Syscon, do not lose your king to the random units that are out here. Can you imagine if someone actually lost their king to these little Gaia units? That would have been crazy. Sorry, I'm trying to get my intro in. We got Neoptolames. This is the last person introduced. Last but not least, though, this player was second place in the grand final Regicide Rumble 5. So they back-to-back finals. No one else can say that. And chat has begun a little bit, okay? Schlumpf went to Dogal, says, I'm your neighbor, let's be friends. Dogal says, hello, blue and orange, we friends, you can take deers. Neopta says, best of friends, Dogal. Yes. Dogal says, no problem. Incinerate your butt. 800 elo. Goes over to green now. Says, hey, man, would you want to team up and get trade going a bit? Gray is, like, hoping and praying that green will respond. This is, like the first time you ever told someone you liked them in, like, middle school or high school. Like, you wrote them a little note. It was like, do you like me too? Or something. Maybe that's a little, you know, weird to mention. But I did that once, and you just wait, and you're like, is she going to like me back? That's Gray right now, 800 elo. Hoping for a response. And green says, we can trade together. So that's, like, that basically means love. As far as Gray's concerned, that's a good thing to hear. And Tank says, let's work together, guys. We can trade from here to here. I didn't really see a signal, but I imagine Tanks is probably thinking from this corner to the northern corner, because Gray could take that northern corner. But, you know, the spacing is a little interesting, guys, because none of the players start directly in the corner. They have to actually move into that corner to lock that down, so that's interesting. Gray says, I'm slow, but we can try. And Doomster says, do you want to rush Syscon then? He's asking Tanks. And see, that is Doomster's style. He wants to form a team. He wants to kill the others. And that is what got him to this final. But that is not Tank's style. Tanks is a little bit more patient than that. And, guys, are we good, by the way? Everything good with the stream? I think so. I think OBS just gave me a weird notification, but it went away. Tank says, I'm fine with that, but very difficult. Maybe an early amp. So Tanks is not necessarily saying no. We have not actually seen Syscon chat too much here. Thank you, chat. Dogal says, I love Dogal's start to this game. He says, don't forget, they can't be trusted. Now, Dogal's saying this to Tanks. Is Dogal talking about the noobs here? Or, sorry, the community game players? Tanks, don't forget, they can't be trusted. Tanks now says to Dogal, I know, bro, this is shit spawn, but I need to trade a bit. Our agreement still is there, Doguinho. Oh, they had a pre-agreement. And Dogal says, okay, Tanquinho. I like that. I like that. So they're, you know what's better than Ronaldinho? Tanquinho in Dogal's mind. That's how highly he's going to think of Tanks here. Schlumpf probably thinks that Dogal's alliance is good. He says, Dogal, I try and get market here for long-term trade. Also, I am bleep for trade. Oh, Spanish for trade. You can't say Spanish, guys. You can't say Spanish because of this stupid filter. I think I need to actually make a video on this filter. I'm so sick of it. It's so annoying. What? When someone actually says something horrible, it allows it. And then they say something normal, it doesn't. I don't get it. I don't get it. I've yet to see Syscon speak. Valhalla says only to you, Syscon, what's your plan? The last thing you want in these types of games is you don't want a player who's quiet. Syscon responds and says boom and win is his plan. Okay. Well, he's very honest. Yellow just says happy to take second. Okay. Blue says, just so you know, if Dogal attacks me, I will send my king to you so you get money. Oh, that's nice from Schlumpf. So he trusts Dogal as far as he can throw him, as the saying goes. So he doesn't trust him that much. But he says to Gray, hey, I'll give you the money if he ends up attacking me. So, guys, here's an issue for Tanks and Dogal. I know you can look at this right now and you can think it's just obvious that the two high-level players who pre-agree to team up are going to have a benefit over the others. They're on opposite sides of the freaking map. This was kind of the same thing that happened with Dogal and Valis in their game. Like, Dogal isn't forming his alliances based on where the players spawn. He's like allying before he has that information. If they were next to each other, that would be sick. But it's not exactly going to be that easy for them to have a working alliance here. So that's like super long term. Doomster says to Orange now, I am teaming with him right now. Fake it with Dogal that you want to team with him, and we will backstab him then. So I also wonder if Doomster and Neopta maybe had some early discussions. They would have had a little bit of time, you know, the last couple hours to potentially do that. And Neoptus is already done, so he's going to have to be sneaky. Because 2 Neoptas still does not equal an entire Dogal, at least with Elo. They are taking down some of these pesky walls. You're seeing that. They are killing some of these pesky armies, which is not really that hard to do. It's just kind of annoying. And I'm just still trying to get a grasp for how things are looking as far as the alliances are concerned. Syscon, I think, is going to mainly play for himself. He hasn't spoken to Tanks much, which makes me worried for him.
Yes.
He told Yellow his plan is to boom and win, but is that going to be enough? I feel like you need more teams than that. Dogal says, Orange, we need you to fight for our trade. And he says, as Blue. And then Orange says, why are we fighting Blue? And Dogal says, to protect our trade. I don't think Dogal means fight Blue. I think Dogal's saying you need to protect our trade just like Blue is doing on the other side. So there's a little bit of a communication error here. And I think Orange is realizing that now. Now, guys, at the start of Dogal's game, which of course he eventually won, he was not really diploing well. I was critical of him. I felt as though he was just typing all chat. He was not doing well with that, and then it got better as the game went on, and the start of this game has actually been great. The Slumps is just to you, Teutonic. And, oh, look. Another game where... What does that mean, chat? What is that? Hi? What is Tank saying? Pass college? I'm gonna have to learn some languages. It's German? Okay. Oh my god! Oh, what is that? Mal Schwan via Guat es dich von T90-ish. Blue says, I think we German-speaking should stick together to the end. Sehr schlecht. What's this mean? Let's check how good T90's German is. Oh, I hate you, Tanks. That was mean, bro. That was me. I totally knew that. I totally knew that. Okay, so Tanks was watching me complain in the previous game about the languages. Good to know. Good to know. Yellow says, yo, Tanks, what is your plan? We are both close to Syscon. Dude, Syscon just saying boom and win? That would be terrifying for me if I'm Yellow. That does not seem like a player that's going to work for you. That seems like a player that's only out there for themselves. And he's clearly very, very good. The Tank says, several people tell me that Syscon is danger. Going to go for Wonder Camp. Like, why pick Korea? Ah, okay. So he's thinking that Syscon will pick Koreans so he can win with the Wonder in the corner, camping it out on him by himself. And Valhalla says, I think he'll look to kill one or both of us before trying, which is a very good call. I think that is what I would expect. He would kill one or both, clear out the space, and then go for the Wonder. And Schlumpf still speaking German, which I specifically asked my admin to ask the players to not do. But I will say this. The sponsor of this event, I was like, dude, what do I say? Like, what do I think? Obviously, Forte Strategist is the name of the company. I said, give me a link for your company. He's like, nah, dude, they'll find me if they need me, whatever. I just want to support the event. I said, okay, but like, can I, what's your username? He said, he gave me his first name and his last name. I said, I'm not going to read your full name to a bunch of online viewers. He said, just say the last name is German. Everyone knows you can't pronounce it. So at least the German part in the final is very fitting. Because he seemed to think that was really funny. So, the Doomster says, are we rushing Syscon? I just got to say it again. Syscon feels like enemy number one. He's so good. He hasn't chatted much. Like, everyone else is chatting, and Tank says, guess so. Yellow hates him too. Syscon kind of had ACCM to tell him what to do in that other game. ACCM said, hey, work with me, and Syscon just said yes. That hasn't happened here. So maybe we have Doomster, we have Tanks, and we have Yellow working together. Who knows about Syscon? In the north, we're going to have Neopta, Dogal, and Schlumpf. And then there is the 800 elo player who's out there doing his thing. Only has 77 villagers, but he doesn't seem like he's going to be in harm's way, guys. Which is actually very exciting for him. He's probably worried he was going to be easy kills. I think Gray is going to survive for a while in this game. But I wonder, again, Dogal and Tanks, that they're number 1 and number 2 score right now. What does that mean? How can they possibly work together when they're on the other side? That's going to be very late stages. That's going to be, if this comes down to like a 2v2 or something, incinerate your butt, which is definitely my favorite username in this this iteration of Regicide Rumble. He is talking about the markets. Let's see what he can do. Now, chat, what's your elo? If you have an elo, give me your elo. Because I think this gray situation has a lot of people really rooting for him. I mean, sky's the limit for him. Obviously, he's expected to get 0 kills here. All right. So, there's not many people above 1,600 watching. So, it might not just be Gray. It might be Neopta. It might be Schlumpf. It's so fun, right? To have that combo of pros and community game players is so fun. I absolutely love that. Dogao has some camel archers right now moving around. So I'm going to switch over to military counts. I'm starting to see it rise for tanks and Dogao. It's kind of early. Some of these games become very, very boomy. And Dogao might not hesitate to take the $25, but in the Snipers final, first place was only $100. I say only, okay? As if that's not good money, but here it's $250. So now it's like you have to kill 10 kings to get first place prize. That's not very possible. Hold on. Dogao says orange he enemy. Is Dogao playing tricks? He says orange he enemy. And then Neopta says compensation. Sorry, did I miss? Did orange turn? Chad, help me out there. He says I was too late to enemy. I don't really know exactly what that means. But Dogao says, Syscon is asking to take something. Might be talking about resources. There's a lot of wood on this map. Well, there's only 660,000, which I guess isn't a lot by community game standards. But we added a lot more than the standard amount. And Syscon is taking a relic. So he said, can I take? There was no response, and he's taking it anyways. Well, at least Syscon is pretty transparent with his approach. He is trading, though, and he is trading to this corner. And our base says maybe it's good to tell that the outside is all crack terrain, so buildings will go down super fast. Yeah, that's a really good point. I did realize that. So I'm not ready to count out Syscon just because of bad Diplo. I mean, he's insanely good. He's got amazing Civ. He's got amazing build-up, and he can't always just go to someone now and work with them. Dogao says yellow will kill you. He is with them. And Dogao is giving orange a warning. Now, that might be true. That might actually be true. Like, yellow might have to choose to fight Syscon. He does kind of want to kill Syscon. He spoke to Tanks about that. But the more I think about it, the more I think Tanks actually needs Syscon. You can't lose him as part of the team. Now, Schlumpf is lying here, guys. He does this a lot in community games, but does Tanks watch everyone? Probably not. Schlumpf says Dogao is trying to get people to attack you to Tanks. Now, I think Tanks has a pre-agreement, and I think he's going to call him out on this. Also, what's 800 Elo doing? He says, what should I tech into? I could be your Papa Viki to your Ganji. Again, like, know your audience, though. I think Doomster's a little too try-hard to care about the previous marriage that was performed, but let's see. Like, I think Tanks would be on board with that. I'm not sure about Doomster. We'll see. Orange does seem a little threatened. I would like to see orange and yellow chat it out a little bit. Because you're surrounded by a pro on either side. I think it's a missed opportunity not to. Also, why are there hussars here from Doomster right now? Yellow signals it and says hi. Is there a king that's exposed? These are just monks standing around, not kings. That was a signal to everyone. Yellow says hi to everyone. And now Neopta says, what are those hussar doing here, Doom? Dogao sees it. Dogao says sup, green. And I don't know if this is a great play. Also, green. Building siege workshops dangerously close to Tanks' base? Which feels a little suspicious. And so this is where if Doomster watched a couple more Regicide Rumble games, he should say just passing. Because if you say just passing, it's completely fine. No, everyone trusts you. Here comes Dogao to inspect. And Doomster says, let's hit him before it's too late. Okay, but hit who? Dogao? Because you're here right now? Or Syscon? Dogao turns on him. Dogao does not like that he's here. And let's see. I mean, obviously these hustlers are going to die. They're not going to accomplish anything. Now Doomster turns on Dogao. Dogao is on the opposite side. So that could be a good person to turn on. But not if you also have a war against Syscon. Doomster was the winner of the game, which I felt had maybe the worst overall Diplo. He just wants to turn it into a team game most of the time, which is fine. And Doomster tries to say something. Again, the chat filter bleeps it. I'm sure he's trying to say Dogao enemy or something. And Dogao says you are not allowed around these areas. Doomster says, I'm going to hit player 2. Man, we really need a filter emote, though. Filter emote would be really good. At least we have some content out of it. Schlump says, me? I'm not allowed in these areas? And Dogao says green. Blue got very concerned. And now Gray says, you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Everyone's so scared that Dogao just threatened him. And look, Blue is leaving, actually. Blue's like, I'm moving out of here just in case. Incinerate your butts, this chat's confusing. Doomster says, tanks, but our trade will die. That's true. They're trading with the person they're about to attack. That can't be a good play. Agreeable Frog in chat says, T90, you are a bleep. Thank you. I appreciate you telling me that I'm a great farmer. It's a shame that got filtered out there. Well, Tanks is telling him just switch trade direction, which is true. They should just really trade in the north. You should never be trading to the player you're going to kill. And Syscon is trading directly through here. So all of Syscon's trade is going to die then. So that'd be fine. I really think the lower elo players just kind of need to wait it out a little bit. Like, something big's going to happen between Doomster, Tanks, and why can't I forget names now? Syscon. So you just have to stay out of the way, be friendly as possible, and wait for your time. And Schlump goes over to Gray, says, Gray, how are you doing? So we've got 2 community game players bordering each other here. We got 2 community game players bordering each other here, but yellow and orange are not talking to each other. Doomster says, yellow, let's attack player 2. Doomster, you're on the other side of the map. I always think this is so funny when people do this. Obviously, Doomster's okay with that, like it's nothing, because he's got, like, people in the way. You're telling a 1300 elo player, like, yo, just turn on the guy who's double your elo right next to you. That's dangerous. But yellow seems interested. Tanks. Speaking to Dogao, because Dogao says, Tanks, what's the plan? Tanks says, we clean the Frenchman. Send your troops. His king is yours. Damn, the plan is to kill the Frenchman. It reminds me of MBL and Lewis against Margugu in that other game. Big attack, big attack, big attack. Listen, Syscon has been the worst Diplo player in this game. Okay? He said the only thing I heard him say to anyone, his plan was to boom and win. Well, he didn't really talk to any allies. He didn't form many allies. And it's about to go down here. Syscon might be the first to die. Syscon says to yellow, help. That was the person that he spoke to before. So, okay. But yellow might not actually help him. Big attack. We've got siege rams. We've got rocket carts. We've got hussars. We've got bombard cannons and mangadai. Syscon really needs to help. Dogao's on the way. Now, Dogao is allied to Syscon. But something tells me that Dogao is not coming here to support. And now yellow is also going to turn on Syscon. Syscon, this is the grand final. Without Diplo, you have no chances here. You need to have allies. You need to say more than I am here to boom and win. And when you're that good of a player as well, you're going to have some problems. And he just says, well, GG. Yeah, I mean, he's like, it's everyone versus me. And he says, take my king, Dogao. Dogao's going to gladly take it. Dogao's going to be laughing. And Dogao says, where? And Dogao kills it. Man, Dogao's living the dream right now. He's on the other side of the map. Tanks did tell him his king was yours, though. He said, hey, take his king. And Dogao says, thanks, brother. And he will run away. Easy money for Dogao. He says they betrayed you. I mean, you kind of did as well. You weren't here to help. You were definitely not here to help. Let's be honest. Okay. So, green and orange actually speaking now. They're talking about turning on Dogao. And that's what Doomster's going to do, guys. Doomster's going to turn onto that next target and make a move very quickly in this game. So get ready for that. Neopta says, yellow and blue. Green wants to hit Dogao. Do we help him or defend Dogao? And now Dogao says, Doomster is next, tanks. He can't be trusted. Honestly, very good call. Very good read on the situation because Doomster's talking about killing you. So Doomster says attack Dogao. And Tank says we need to use Doomster first to kill yellow or someone else around us. There's a lot happening right now. Yellow's like, I'm not going to help Dogao. Meanwhile, someone is trying to help Dogao and telling him this is happening. So this is going to be a lot of chatter here because this isn't fully agreed upon. And the only thing that's agreed upon is that Doomster and Dogao will be enemies. But what side will these people choose? Doomster's saying to Blue, your trade will die if you're not on our team. Which is kind of true. Where is Blue's trade even? But Blue could also click his trade to Dogao. He doesn't have to do this. Tanks is telling Doomster, don't do this. Before Dogao, we should kill the others. Because this is going to create enemies for us. Tanks is correct, by the way. If they had Syscon fighting with them, fighting against Dogao is fine. But just like, the only people that would actually do it right now would be Tanks and Doomster. They don't have everyone's support. But Doomster just keeps saying, hit Dogao, hit Dogao, hit Dogao. And yellow might actually follow that. Schlump says, green coming, but careful, your chat is going to Dogao as well. Change your Diplo settings. So, community game player giving some advice here to Doomster. Yes. But yeah, Dogao's going to play full defense mode, as he should. Feels like everybody's talking about him. He's also the best player in the game. He can't really play offensive right now. Schlump is in a rough spot because Doomster's telling him to attack and Dogao's telling him to help. Like, he's saying right now to Schlump, like, you need to turn on Doomster. Gray is still not really being talked about or being asked to do anything. So that's kind of the benefit from being the 800 elo player. So Gray's in a sneaky good position there. Yo, Dombu, first message on the channel. Says, hey, T90, it's been 5 years since I stopped playing, but I watch your videos every day. Thank you. Salutes, please. And hearts for Dombu. Dombu, thank you so much, man. Welcome. Glad you could make it to the live stream. Glad I read the message. Schlump says, I may need your help. If I turn on him, he will just kill me. That's a fair point from Blue. Like, you don't know what you're asking of him, Dogao. But I think Dogao's just going to come in and kill Doomster's trade, right? Like, Doomster made the play way too fast. You gotta... There has to be some type of agreement. You can't go attack the top player and then, like, expect everyone else to just follow. And so now Schlump is going to side with Dogao. So Schlump is on Team Dogao. Doomster not really attacking Dogao, but he's losing his trade now. He has to move his trade, actually. He has to start trading down to this corner, which is still very doable once some of these buildings get cleared out, depending on what yellow does. Guys, remember what I said about orange and gray and all these community game players? If they can just support and just exist, hang around, their time might come. But it would take some guts to try and snipe Dogao. Dogao played very defensive when he played in his other game because he knew Hope was always going to try and kill him. Here we go, Doomster. He says, okay, so I am talking to everyone except Dogao and Blue. We are in numbers. Let's attack them for all sides. Neopta says, okay, good. Let's get them. Tank says, I need some time. Gray says, okay. But he's saying okay to Dogao, I think. Yellow says, everyone going to move on Dogao, pretend to help, but ensure they all spend res. Ooh. Ooh, wait a sec. Is Yellow only talking to the community gamers? I don't know how long this has been happening, But yellow's messages are only going to the community game players and not the pros. And now orange is like, how about we help Dogal kill purple and green? That's obviously an option. Helping Dogal could also make a lot of sense. Dogal says, I told you, Blue, trust more experienced people. And Dogal is basically like, yeah, Blue, I've got your back. Maybe a little bit, you know, the trust more experienced people might not technically be accurate because I can guarantee you Schlump has played more community games than Dogal has. But Dogal actually has a good read on the situation. And yellow turns on Dogal. But still not seeing a lot of action from Doomster now. And still not seeing tanks. Not very well coordinated. The tanks is trying to fix his trade routes. We've got a lot of weird trade situations happening now. And yeah, Dogal is like... Dogal's in a weird spot. Because, like, he doesn't really know what else is happening. Here's Gray, by the way. Gray could turn on anybody. And Gray turns on Dogal! Gray turns on Dogal! 800 elo versus Dogal. Let's go. All right, Gray. Well, that's horrible for Dogal because Dogal will lose his trade now. And, like, Gray and Blue are kind of at odds then, right? Because Blue is supposedly defending Dogal. But maybe he's not. He says, Yellow, I will need to pretend to attack you, but I am on your side. Schlumpf is going to go for a pretend attack, which means it's a pretend defense of Dogal, right? Is it actually a pretend attack, though? He researched treason. He might just want to know where Yellow's king is so he can tell somebody to snipe it. I do not know if I can trust Schlumpf. But Dogal's going to attack Gray now, and then he's going to say, Blue, back me up. This is very confusing. Gray turns on Blue now. Gray turns on Blue. Oh, God, Blue is here with army, though. Blue is up to something. Incinerate your butt. Has to defend himself here. He saw the conquistadors and didn't trust them. And now Dogal is allied to Gray because Dogal told him to stop. And now Schlumpf is like, Gray's not going for green. There's a lot of chaos and confusion. A lot of chaos and confusion. And I will say that Doomster and tanks are kind of cooking right now. They're adding eco. They're not actively fighting. Their resources should be rising. They're the 3 pros remaining. So all this focus on Dogal and these other players is actually really good for him. I think Gray and Blue are allied again now. So I'm not sure exactly what that was. The tank says, I got this. Make him micro distract. I clean him. Okay, so Tanks is telling Teal. He's telling Dogal he's got this. Is he talking about making Doomster micro? This is just trade carts. Really weird position for the trade, to be honest. That means he's not trading. He's trying to switch his trade corners. Yeah, Gray got paranoid when Blue had the units here. Blue might have actually been making a play on green, but he needs to communicate that. And Yellow is still against Dogal. And when you're against Dogal, you're against Schlumpf right now. Schlumpf says, Green King, Dogal. Let's go for snipe. Dogal says, okay. Is Dogal going to come with him? Is Schlumpf going to try and snipe Doomster? With the Paladins? That's a big play, dude. He's sending like 60 Palas towards that snipe. I don't think Dogal actually thinks that that's going to happen. I think Dogal is still very concerned he's going to be sniped on either side. Like, there's still Orange that could make a move. Yeah, Orange is saying, I attack Dogal now. Dogal's reputation is really hurting him right now. Everyone knows how big of a threat he is. Dogal will lose trade from both sides, potentially. Here come the Paladins now from Blue. Doomster doesn't have an army here. A lot of Doomster's army's kind of been to the middle or the sides. Honestly, I haven't seen most of his army, though, so I'm not even sure. Maybe he's just been faking. Here goes Schlumpf. And we also have... Oh, my God. We also have Yellow, and Yellow has been killed by tanks. Call of Valhalla has been called to Valhalla by tanks. But now Doomster has to have army here. He's had very low army count compared to what I thought it was going to be. Because he's been fighting a lot. Or talking about fighting a lot. Yellow sniped. Doomster's king is in the castle still. It's in this castle now. Sorry, it moved. And Dogao is telling Orange not to do this. He says, do not do that, brother. You wanted to betray me. And Orange drops the question mark, question mark, question mark. Dogao's like, I know what you're up to. And wait, is Incinerate Your Butt here to help? Incinerate Your Butt! 800 elo! Here to incinerate Doomster's butt, and the king survives. King survives. Damn. Very interesting game, right? Because, like, shouldn't tanks be helping right now? Shouldn't tanks be, like, immediately coming to Doomster's aid? That's not happening. He doesn't seem that bothered by the fact that Doomster's going down. Orange is playing dumb. He says, my bad, didn't realize. Yeah, my bad. My bad, I rolled into the trade route next to your castle with all my trebuchets and Mamelukes. Dogao's like, you gotta be kidding me. Everything I try and do, someone's trying to snipe. But with yellow gone now, Orange might actually want to switch sides and ally Dogao. That's the play, in my opinion. That was a misplay from the Opta. I think Orange, Teal, and Blue is a pretty good alliance. Because clearly, Doomster and tanks don't trust each other. We'll see, though. We'll see. Obviously, Gray could be teamed in the Orange, Teal, Blue, Gray alliance as well. Slump says, tanks, I think we can try and snipe green. Yeah, but it's a weird situation. I think tanks would actually kind of love that, but if green goes down, who is he teamed with after sniping yellow? I think his plan is to team with Dogao, but, like, maybe only down to the final two. Gray Gray gets turned on by Dogao. And Incinerate Your Butt is probably like, oh, God. Where's the Chuckles I'm in danger meme when you need it? Because he just attacked Doomster, didn't kill him. And then he's now going to be attacked by Dogao. Guys, when I said he gets turned on by Dogao, I didn't mean like he gets turned on by Dogao. I meant he's been turned on diplomatically, okay? Like, don't try that as a pickup line, by the way. Be like, hey, girl, is this a Diplo game? Because you really turned me on. Don't try that. No one's going to know what you're talking about. That's way too nerdy. Oh, Dogao losing trade to the Cav Archers here from Doomster. He still has some trade remaining, and Blue is here to save the day. Blue is here to protect. Dogao is going to be very happy with what Blue has done for him this game, even though it's been worrisome at times. Gray says Dogao ally, and Dogao does. I just feel like Dogao can't attack this game. Well, he's killing some of Doomster's trade. And finally, Doomster realizes. He says, tanks, you're not helping me, right? Yeah, no, you guys have been horrible allies this whole game to each other. Horrible. You're both doing separate things all the time. You're never coordinating your decisions. And now Doomster is going to turn on tanks. And now tanks is going to pay the price, and that price is all of his trade. Look at how much trade he's going to lose. Yellow says, GG, tanks got free trade to me, so probably going to win. No, I don't think so, Yellow. I don't think so. I don't think he can trade to you if green is there. Oh, okay, tanks. He says, sorry, was writing to wrong guy. Dadgum. Which I don't think he was. But that's a way that you could maybe... That's a way you could maybe save yourself here. And, okay, now he's just going to attack him. Is he attacking the wrong guy now, too? Whoops, misclick? Just a misclick, I think. The way Doomster has played this has been very trigger happy. It has not been like, hey, team, what do you think about this? It has been, hey, I am doing this. Everyone do it with me. And that hasn't always really jived with tanks. And tanks is, let's do it. Let's kill green. Now, if green does die, and markets are still up for yellow, tanks does kind of have this whole side to himself. He also did delete his far market, so that trade won't all run into green's base. Doomster says good luck against all of them, which is a very fair point, because tanks could be alone if Doomster dies. I don't know, dude. Guys, Dogao did the same thing against Hope. Like, he's always looking here. Orange already tried to attack him once, and I'm sure he's so paranoid. Like, Orange isn't doing much. Orange is actually moving this way now, but Dogao is probably so concerned that he's going to be killed at all times.
Yes.
Treason's been researched. A signal has happened.
Yes.
And Orange says, I attack via yellow.
Yes.
But Orange is attacking who exactly? See, his king is on the move. Maybe he's going to be attacking purple? Dogao telling Gray to add siege. Blue is coming. I don't think Blue is sniping Gray. But I wouldn't put it past him. Gray is probably sweating right now. There's so much military right next to his king. But I think Blue, is coming through. Now, there's been a couple instances where Gray is, like, not really been on the same page as Blue and Dogao.
Yes.
So, let's see. Dogao says, Blue, we need each other for trade. We go until the end. I actually think Dogao and Schlump should be buddies till the end, for sure. And they agree. Tanks says, okay, guys, Doomster was annoying long enough. You can take Doomster King anytime. And Doomster is like last stand mode. He has no friends. And yeah, I guess he was annoying one too many times. I think he was just a little too aggressive, honestly. Too aggressive and attacking people without the team being on board with it. Dogao says, we will kill green, then we will need player 7 and player 8, so we finish with tanks last. Well, Dogao, you also have an agreement with tanks, supposedly. So this whole finish tanks last thing might not be the whole truth. But it also is a good way. Tanks is going to be on board with going down to final 3. And if you go down to the final 3, Dogao's probably going to be benefiting from having Blue around to work against tanks. Which, Schlump is the best community game player remaining in this, by the way. He is a player who could potentially do it if he thinks about it. Dude, look at Dogao, though. Dogao is so well defended with siege in castles. He's just, like, not ever looking away from his king. But Dogao's had great Diplo. He's had people attack him. He's talked them down. And he's formed good alliances with both flanks. Okay, Treason's being researched by Gray. 800 elo on the way. And he wants to help kill green. There's also tanks. See, this is coordination right here, guys. And green says to orange, who he hasn't really had much of an issue with, come take my king fast. He does not want someone else to get the money. The king is in this castle. Now it's on the move. There it is. And orange is on the way. $25 for this kill. Gray would really love that. Treason's been researched multiple times. Orange is now turned on Doomster as well. Where's the king? Where's the king? Where's the king? There's the king. And the Mamelukes are here. And orange sees it, and orange takes the snipe. So it is... So far, everyone... every king that's been killed has been killed by a different player. Tanks has a snipe. Neopta has a snipe. And then also Dogao has a snipe. And now what? Now what? Who's the odd man out? I mean, Tanks is the odd man out. Tanks is on the other side of the map. Let's see. Dogao says, let's use our army that is near to get Gray. What do you think? Well, that's going to feel pretty good for Blue because you don't want to be the one who's chosen. Neopta says Tanks next. Tanks next actually makes the most logical sense. This is the strongest player. This is #1 score. This is Mongols. The only reason Dogao will not do that is because he's got that side deal. Tanks says, Orange did nothing all game. Like, I think we have no chance. And we'll maybe think about making a move on Orange, which is maybe a fair point. I don't know if Orange did nothing. Also, I'm once again impressed with the chat filter. I mean, Tanks does the right thing to speak up immediately, and Orange is the perfect target. Now, Gray is asking, who are you chatting with? Let's see what Blue does. Blue is talking to Orange right now, and he's assessing the situation, and he's saying, this is bad, dude. This is bad. I love this. Orange says, don't forget your troops, Dogal. And Dogal responds with, they are there for a reason, brother. Playing safe with you. I think they're talking about these troops. I think Orange is like, yo, Dogal, you have too many units here. But Dogal doesn't trust him because Orange definitely tried to kill him earlier. Slum says to Gray, look, Dogal about to try something on me or Orange. Gray says, let's try and hold. He actually says that to Dogal. Though I don't think he tried that. And Slump says, Tanks, just to you, what is your plan? I think Slump trying to form an alliance with Tanks is actually not a bad play. But I think Tanks will be just using him for information. Now Orange says, hello, Tanks. We have not really spoken. I'm going to translate what this means to you, okay? It's not, hello, Tanks. We have not really spoken. It is, hello, Tanks. I tried to kill Dogal once. I think he's going to kill me. I need your help. That's what that actually means. And Dogal refuses to leave his base because he doesn't trust me. I need your help. And Tanks just says Dogal is last. Well, if Tanks could actually team with Gray and Blue and Orange on Dogal right now, they shouldn't save him for last. But Blue is trading with Dogal. So many people are trading through Dogal. So I don't know. Schlumps is ready when you are. Dogal says, Blue, we need Gray to go. He is nearest to our trade. And then Orange. So he wants to kill Gray. And Gray might be killed. I mean, I would hope for some type of loyalty. Like, Blue should probably maybe support the 800 elo guy. But Slump's in this to win. Like, some good friends are going to have to die for him to make that happen. So he has to be loyal to Dogal or he's screwed. Eopta says to Blue, I think we need to fight Dogal. He is a problem. And Orange is also saying to Purple, he will wonder, you will struggle. He's saying this about Dogal again. Tank says, but you can just mass siege and push him, I think. You got 40k res. I was fighting 3 guys. Let's see. You were wrong. He actually has 80k res. But Tanks, you have like 70k res, so stop complaining. There's also an elo difference. But yeah, when people aren't actively fighting, that bothers players. Because they're like, come on, I've been doing most of the work. You're camping. Gray now goes to Orange and says, how's it going? Because no one's responding to Gray. And the Opta says to everyone but Dogal, guys, we need to all group as one and siege Dogal or lose, I think. Which is a fair call, especially for Orange, because you know Dogal doesn't trust you. That's going to be a great... This is like final boss mode, though. Look at this base. Look at him waiting. Dogal also has an army here. Dogal says, Tanks, Orange can't be trusted. The moment I go with you guys on Gray, he will attack me. You and Blue get Gray. Then we get Orange. I'm impressed. Dogal has actually had a perfect read on this situation. I know everyone kind of doesn't want to see the highest ranked player win. A lot of times they like that storyline of like the lower elo players. But Dogal's actually had a perfect read. He's been talking to people on the other side. He's been allying people to his flanks. He's not trusting... He noticed what Orange did before, and he's correctly calling that Orange is definitely rallying the troops against him. Tanks is good plan. He also doesn't seem to like Orange, and Dogal makes a play on Gray. Okay, what will Blue do? What does Blue do here? Because Gray's going to need support. And I know what Blue has to do. He has to attack Cinerate Your Butt. He has to Cinerate Your Butt's butt. He has to. Right? Like, you have no choice, I think. To turn around and attack Dogal right now would be absolute suicide. If the others aren't on board, and the others are not on board. Orange won't do it unless he gets a signal from Tanks or someone. Let's see. Let's see. Blue has not fought yet. Dogal has called him out and says Blue 14. And Tanks might be making a move. Blue has to turn on Gray. He just has to, and he's on the other side, and this could be the end for Cinerate Your Butt. who did say earlier, he was like, if I die, I would prefer to die to you. And Dogao is looking over here. He's telling Orange, you stay back. He says, look, that's amazing. He says, Orange, stay outside. Your trebs are getting too close. That's actually incredible. Dogao's smart. He's like, the second I attack over here, he's going to come over here and try and kill me. Oh, God, we got tanks in here. Who's going to get the kill? Who will get it? The king is in this castle. Tanks is bringing the siege rams. This is ruthless from Tanks to just swoop in here in the final seconds. But, I mean, he's brought the rams. He's done a lot of work this game. Orange is stuck. Orange doesn't feel like he can do anything right now. Incinerate your butt is about to get incinerated. Or incinerated, I guess. Yeah, King's gonna die. And Schlumpf got it! Schlumpf actually got the kill. Okay, so Tank's still only on one snipe. Schlumpf only on one snipe. Dogao on one snipe. Why am I saying schnipe? Because of Schlumpf. We also got Neoptolames with one snipe. So everyone's got one kill, pretty much. Orange definitely wants to attack, and Orange says to Blue he sees everything. And Dogao does not like him. He says, Orange, what did you do so far? Dude, Dogao is like on... Dogao is on alert, and Orange doesn't think he can win against him. Orange says, I fought green for you, Dogao. Well, that was a very long time ago. And Dogao says, fair enough. I expected more. He says, fair enough, but people don't trust you. Okay. And Orange says, why? Well, I think people don't trust him. You don't trust him. Dogao says, I don't know. And now Schlumpf is trying to use his German connection again. Chad, help me out. And Neoptis says, tell me who to go for next. Honestly, I guess, like, Orange has to do Dogao's bidding to earn his trust. Like, kill somebody to earn his trust. I freaking hate this. Dogao will attack Orange. Okay. Okay, Teutonic Tanks is saying someone has a lot of resources or something. Guys, if we do not kill Dogao now, we lose. Yes, but let's remember the payouts are top 3 after the king snipe. So, Orange, if you're the next one to be killed, I don't think the other ones are going to complain.
Yes.
Dogao says Blue, we still good to get rid of Orange and go for Tanks last. We'll see if Blue agrees, but Blue is obviously talking to both sides right now. I tried backstabbing twice, but he sees immediately. Yeah, I don't know what to say to Orange beyond that. Like, you got to have the others on board to attack Dogao. No one's going to attack Dogao. You can't attack Dogao. You're stuck. And Blue says Orange is talking of attacking you. Blue is playing both sides. But can that actually result in a win? I don't know, dude. I think Dogao and Tanks might get sick of this, and they might just turn on Blue and Orange together, and it becomes this weird 2v2 where everyone's separate. Dogao says, what's the plan? Tanks says Orange next. And then Dogao says, guys, let's get Orange. Yeah, Blue has to go around with it. Blue has to. You gonna say no to Tanks and Dogao when you're trading through Dogao? There's no way. There's no way you can do that. Tanks being far away from everyone is very nice, actually. This is actually very dangerous. I'll show stockpiles. His trade has probably really risen up here. Blue has 47k gold, though. He is no slouch at this format. My goodness. But it's the final. No one trusts each other. No one wants to be the odd man out, but I really think Orange is going to be dead. Orange says purple. No. Look at purple building up the buildings. Maybe see some other movement from purple, like here. And Dogao says blue. Look at Tank's buildings. He's coming for us. Yeah, all these buildings, foundations, they're allied, so they can see the buildings in the middle. Dogao says we need to fight together. He's in the middle. Okay, but, you know, at a certain point, I would love a decision to be made. Like, are we attacking purple? Are we attacking orange? Are we attacking orange? Are we attacking purple? Are we together or are we ahead? There's also again, the weird side alliance, if it even is an alliance for Dogao and Tanks. Tanks says, you have team with blue and I have no chance. You have counter civ, dadgum. All right, I'm gonna ask you guys. You're blue right now. Forget about orange. Orange is obviously in a decent spot with resources and civ, but like orange is never gonna be friends with Dogao. Let's be real. I don't see how. Dogao will never trust him again. But blue, how do you play this? Anything that blue is missing here? Because like blue kind of has the trust of Tanks and Dogao right now. It's a tricky spot to be in. You got to be very delicate. Schlumpf. This is classic Schlumpf. He says, you have extra food? Sorry, not good eco balance. 31k food. 31k food. He does this in community games as well. But it works here because he is way lower ranked. Like, they think he's a noob. So he actually has, like, 20k more food than Dogao, and he's going to ask him for food. And then he just says thanks. You know what Orange could try? You could try a Wonder. But then everyone's definitely going to attack you. And Tanks says sec toilet. Man, I really got to pee myself. Does he actually go to the toilet here? I would love for them to all 3v1 him while he goes to the toilet.
Yes.
It has been a long game.
Yes.
Last time someone went AFK to go to the toilet, they survived. And Slump says, Orange getting ready to go for teal. Okay, yes, yes. And Dogao turns on Orange. Dogao's just sick of this guy. He's got to get something started here. And honestly, Blue needs to follow. Blue either follows immediately or goes to kill Dogao, but Dogao is tough to kill. Wait, Dogao is turned on Orange while Tanks is in the bathroom. I just thought about that. So, so Tanks can't say no. And Tanks also can't help. Would it not be better to use Orange to fight Tanks, says Slump? This is the same Schlumpf that was just saying that he would like to fight against Dogao. And Dogao says, we get it. I think Dogao's kind of sick of this. He says, we get it. Come, Dogao. Looks like Purple's back from the bathroom. Blue is on the way. Purple's on the way. Orange will probably be dead unless he somehow has the most miraculous 1v3 push of all time. I think he really needed yellow. Honestly. Like, keeping yellow in the game, those two being friends, would have been huge. I also think blue might have needed gray, but it never played out that way. Everyone's so scared of Dogao, but they don't think they can take him right now. And here's the trade for Arches going down. Just one move while Dogao was distracted. Well, actually, it was like 2 or 3. Orange tried to make that move, and it did not happen. Now, where's Blue? Blue is here to help. I'm not exactly sure this is help. If I were Dogao, I'd say this is quite slow. I see people wanting people to attack Dogao. Blue should never. That'd be a horrible move, guys. Blue should never attack Dogao here. I get people don't want Dogao to win, maybe. That'd be horrible. You should never do that. You don't have any eco elsewhere. You don't have trade set up elsewhere. Tanks, sure. I could see Tanks making a deal to do that. But, like, you know, as far as Blue's concerned, he has to stay with Dogao. He's made his bet. He's got to lie in it right now. And he's got to wait for his time. He's got to somehow be patient here. Okay, Orange says, I give you win. Tanks just says, okay. He seems very happy with it. I mean, I don't know what I give you win means. Tanks is like, I'm already going to win because Blue and I are going to 2v1 Dogao after this. And my trade will be safe, and Dogao's trade will not be safe. That is Tank's perspective. If he can get Blue on board, all of Dogao's trade dies, and all of his trade is far away on the other side. Completely stone-walled, by the way. Completely stone-walled. Tanks might actually be the go-to guy to kill. And that also may happen because Dogao is going to make that point to Schlump when we get there. But Orange is not dead yet. Orange and Purple are still allied, which I'm just now realizing. And now Blue says, shoot, I don't think I can protect you, verse 2. He's saying this to Orange. Yeah, I think Blue maybe wants to help, but he can't. It would be suicide. And still waiting to see... I mean, those camels just disappeared. Still waiting to see what Tanks... Wait, so Tanks is attack grounding Orange right now. So he hasn't actually turned on him, but he's just taking down his buildings while being an ally. And Neopta is telling him to go back. He's saying Dogao will win. Let's check stockpiles. I think as long as Tanks isn't in an active military engagement, he's happy. Dogao is and Orange is. Those are two players losing resources compared to him. And, bro, Tanks. This... Dude, the language thing is such a problem. Please tell me what this means, chat. I'm so pissed at this. I literally had my admins tell the players, so we've had, like, 10 players doing this. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to be, like, rude. But I can always speak English, man. He says, build stables in your base. Okay, thank you, chat. Thank you, thank you. Neopta says, I am weak. I am no threat anymore. But Dogao is strong, and they fear him. But Orange continues to be resolute in offering help. Continues to offer some support. Tanks is not really going to support him here. But, okay. Yes. Dogao is like, Blue, you're not helping me. And Tanks, you're not helping me. I actually, like, Dogao... This is so weird. I feel like I've been in this situation before, and I'm like, man, why don't they kill Dogao? I actually don't want Dogao to get killed. Because he's like, guys, I thought we had a deal. Constantly. Everyone's trying to make these shady side deals. And they won't back up what they're saying. Like, Dogao is a big threat. But no one's just committing, you know? Dogao's saying he needs help. Orange is going to push. Over here is Tanks taking down the houses and whatnot. And Blue has not done anything, by the way. Blue's army stood around over here. I don't even know where it went. So it's pretty much just a 1v1 right now. You know what would be an amazing plot twist? If Dogao says, you know what, Orange? I don't trust Blue. I don't trust Purple. Let's team together and kill these two. I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, Blue is here now. Blue is here. Blue is here! Blue is here! I think he garrisoned his conquistadors in Orange's castle. But then Orange noticed, and when he turned on him and ejected all the conks, Blue is inside of Orange's castle. That's where the conquistadors disappeared to. So Orange gets turned on. This is finally Blue backing up Dogao. And now finally Tanks is going to back up. And yeah, Orange is going to go down. Orange, you chose the wrong player to try and turn on, my friend. This is a brutal ending for you. And Tanks says, I had him on neutral. I can't believe it, 11. Do we believe that? Dogao says, oh, man. I can't believe that for 20 minutes I had him on neutral. Oh, what a mistake. I don't know if I believe it. I don't know if Dogao believes it either. There's the king running away. If I'm Orange, I don't want to give the king to Dogao. So maybe I want to give this kill to someone else. He also might have resources. He does have a lot of resources. I mean, it's worth, in settings like this, to maybe just try and run with Vils. He's got some Vils down here. But I think they're probably going to make a move on him. And kill him off anyways. He won't have any fortifications here. It's been a weird final. It really has. Like, would have never expected Doomster and Tanks to be at odds. And hold up a second. There's 3 monks holding relics. There's 2 relics here. You can actually get a relic countdown, which is way easier than Wonder because it triggers the countdown right away. Can someone please, T-West, are you around or R-Base to tell me how many relics generate on this map? Because if it's 5, he will have all of them. And he will know. Tanks is no dummy. He will know that this could trigger it. It's 8. Okay. So he has 3 there. Let me see who else has relics. Well, he's moving the other 2. And no one else has relics right now. That would be... Does he have another monastery? Okay, here's another. So this is going to be 5. I'll look around and see. But relic and wonder victory will work. But you need to get all 8 relics for the relic countdown. They're currently hunting for poor orange. Look in yellow's base. Is there a monastery here? I mean, I've looked around yellow's base. Just tell me how many relics are in there. I'll see them eventually. I actually am missing them. Wait. Oh my god. There's 2. And tanks is... Bro. He will have close to the full amount. He will have 7. Now, I don't know where the other one will be. And it's not in someone's monastery, which is the crazy thing, because I just checked. Maybe I can switch to eco mode or resource mode. Do we see it? No? Okay, you guys are telling me that would be 8 then? Okay, we got to keep a really close eye on that then. Keep a close eye on these, the other relics that are now in Monk's hands somewhere and moving. Okay, so here's how this works. It's not like a wonder where it's like, oh, he's building the wonder and that takes 10 minutes. It, yeah, there they go.
Yes.
It immediately triggers the countdown. And the fact that... Wait, Orange just died. What the... Wait. Huh? What the... Freaking relics. Okay, what happened? What? Orange is his king? It's in yellow? He's running? Oh, okay. All right. Teutonic Tank's got the snipe. He's very, very impressive. We're looking at the relics. Sorry. He only has 4 here. There is the 5th, and then he's got 2 more coming back. So I don't know. Chat said he's going to have all 8. I'm not really convinced yet. But he's definitely angling for that. And that might explain why he's not... That might explain some of his planning here. He's saying we got to go for blue next. We'll share second. Neopta says, thanks for hosting, Tiani. It was a lot of fun. Honestly, salutes to Neopta. I think a lot of people are going to be upset for him. It was very brutal how he died. But this game has been cutthroat. It has not been happy, feelsy, funny all the time. It's been cutthroat. It's what happens when you put $250 for first. Blue, Tanks wants to turn on you. How do you feel about it? Slump says, yes, I am with you 100. He top score. Dogal says, where are you from, brother? So, all right. I mean, Dogal's probably going to want to 2v1 Tanks. There's relic number 5. Relic number 6 and relic number 7 are on the way. So I think I got one guy to bit. I don't think that's going to be 8. Unless one relic didn't spawn. Chat saying he has all 8. How? There's 4. There's 5. Wait. Oh, yeah. 5 in the monastery. There's a 6th here, and then he's got 2 more coming back. Okay, never mind. My bad. Yep, you're right. Damn. Well, it's definitely going to be a 2v1 versus Tanks, just not in the way that they thought, guys. Damn, how did he do that, though? That's crazy. Like, I bumped up the amount of relics because we didn't want this to happen. But having the slight possibility is always super cool.
Yes.
I mean, Dogal and Slump are getting to know each other. Where are you from? Where did you grow up? What's your favorite drink? What's your favorite movie? You know, they're getting cozy. And now Tanks is saying to Blue, like, some things in German. But Tanks is not sharing with anybody that he could go for a relic victory here. And now Dogal says, Tanks, brother, he wants to turn on you. Yeah, Dogal, because you just told him to. You freaking snake. But that's what it is. We're in the final 3 now. You've got to do what you can to get to the finish line. I wonder if Tanks knows that this is all the relics, because he's going to find out. He's going to find out if he puts them in there. Oh, Countdown triggered, baby. And then he ejects them. He didn't know. He panicked. He panicked. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. He actually ejected them quickly. So they would have heard that. Dogal says, Blue, we need a decision. Blue says, yes, I saw. Tanks will try and win with relics. I'm speaking to all. Tanks, put him back in there and just go for the win, bro. Put him back in. Right? Right, chat? Because they're going to kill you anyways. You just have to... You got to go for it now. You have no choice, in my opinion. Dogal says he should send me or you one relic. That's actually a very good idea. That's a very good idea. Because then he can't win with the relic victory. I don't know, Tanks. I think you just have... You think you just have to go for it. Blue says we don't have a chance otherwise. I'm using chat for translations. Dogal says, what me cannons did to you, Tanquinho? He's like, what did I do to you? Why are you attacking me? Oh, man. Siege auditors. Dude, Tanks, I'm sorry. When you rewatch this, I'm going to speak two things that are very important to me that I disagree with as far as decision-making goes. First one, constantly speaking in German. Okay, I'm sorry. It's frustrating to not be able to translate the Diplo. That's a big deal for me. But you know, an even bigger deal is not putting those relics back in the monastery. You got to go for it. Because this is not going to end well for you. Your top score, your Mongols. Dogal is trading with the other guy. This is your play. You got to move. You got to do it. You just got to do it. It's gutsy. It's terrifying. But I think you just have to. Blue is maybe prepared to fight with Dogal as well. We'll see. Dogal's Camel Archer is getting flattened. Tanks, my friend. Bro. Just do it. Can all of chat say, put the relic in the monastery? He likes to chat. He likes to bank up res. He's got 50k gold. That's great. You got to put the relics in the monastery. What a tease. What a tease. Maybe he actually didn't want this. Like, I think he actually just wanted to get the relics for the gold. And he just found them all. Is he going to give a relic to Blue right now? That's crazy, bro. That's actually crazy. Man, I would, in this scenario, I think I would be buying stone, dropping stone walls and castles around the monastery, and be yeeting it. He's gonna try and play the long term. All right. Well, this brings me so much pain. Oh, no. No. This brings me so much pain, bro. They're gonna kill you anyways. They're gonna kill you anyways. No. No. Oh, well, he doesn't want to be 2v1'd. And now slumps his attack now because he's got a relic secured. Right? Like, that relic's moving away. Dogal's still being very defensive. I think he's looking at Blue and is concerned about Blue. Dogal's been very paranoid. Blue is actually moving towards Purple's base. And Purple locks the gate because he didn't trust him. And I don't know what a collage means. Yeah, like, Slump was going to kill you anyways. Where's the relic? Bring the relic back home. Damn, he blocked the gate. Yeah, he was going to actually try and kill him here. Dogal says, turn him enemy and kill it. Fair. Fair. This gate is also locked. Here, let me translate this one. This stands for, man, I'm going to really hate myself for not putting the relics inside of my monastery because I would have already been on track to win the freaking final here. That's what that says. I don't care what anyone else in chat says. That's what that translates to, right? That's what that translates to. They're already attacking you anyways now, man. Now, Blue is scared to attack him, in all fairness. And Purple says my relic is there as promised. Okay, so that's what that meant. I thought it was something like that. Blue is scared. Tanks is saying Dogao is a better player with a better civ. My Duolingo is paying off. Dogao sees this castle from Tanks, which is absolutely here to kill the trade, by the way. There's no doubt in my mind that's why that is there. And Blue kind of let that happen. I really... Dogao's Diplo's been top tier. Like, his allies have let certain things happen on the flanks. The people on his flanks have definitely been trying to kill him, and he's called it out. Blue is too scared to attack Tanks because he wants to have a buddy to speak German in and give me a headache. So, I want Dogao to win. Type of 1 if you're on Team Dogao right now. I don't normally pick sides, especially not the very best player in the game, but Dogao's probably like, bro, are we attacking? Are we attacking? Relic is right here, by the way. The Schlump's going to take that. We got some 2s in chat. We got some 2s. Sorry, things are getting emotional here. Basically, Tanks is offering to sling Schlump to build a wonder. Okay. And then Schlump says, deal, I will not attack you or him, will be final boss. Okay. Well, Dogao's in a tough spot because Purple's obviously against him. Blue is supposed to be his trade buddy and ally, and he's not supporting. So, I don't really know what exactly is happening. Because, like Blue doesn't want to fight. Tanks doesn't want to win. And Dogao can't win on his own, probably. Like, at what point does Dogao just finish off Blue and say, I only need your markets? He probably can't do that, though. You always want that other player. Slum says, sorry, T90 for German chat. I'm sorry, but I don't accept your apology because I had my admin ask people not to speak other languages. And I know Tanks can speak great English. Like, you guys speak English all the time. Help a brother out, man. Sorry, I'm getting very intense here. I should settle down. I always fall back to German when he writes in German. Okay, blame Tanks. Got it. Okay, well, you know, nice save. Blue, let's go, says Dogao. And Tanks says, bro, freaking Tanks, dude. He can't help himself. It's so funny. He says, I have not enough res. We did so well together. Not enough res. Shameful. Shameful. We applauded in other circumstances, though. He's got 27k wood, 73k food, and 44k gold. Not enough res. Not enough res to put the relics inside of the monastery. No. Surely not. Blue, by the way, has 80k golds and 100k wood. So Blue's actually in the best position. And maybe this is what Blue has to do. This patient approach is what he has to do to have any chance at actually winning this against 2 top players. Dogao says Blue. Basically, Blue, why are you standing around? And the answer that Blue can't give is because I'm waiting for you both to run out of resources and kill each other, and I'm hoping you don't kill me. Blue says, sorry, I'm nervous. Smart. Smart. Finally, Dogao says it. He says, start attacking with me or I will turn on you. And my power just flicked off. Are you kidding me? Are we still here, chat? Are we still here? My backup battery held us, so I think we're good. Okay. There's a massive storm outside. Okay. That's good. That's good. My power's back on in the house. The backup battery held on. We're good. Everything's fine. Tanks has now turned on Blue. Or Blue has turned on Tanks. I'm not sure which. And, oh my god. Blue is attacking the castle here. With a couple paladins. I still can't help but feel like if the relics would have been put into that monastery, that Tanks could have maybe done this. Maybe I'm wrong. Dogao basically said, you have to fight or I will turn on you. Like, he's getting really annoyed with Blue, which is a good call. And I think that's why Blue is fighting now. Because he's trading with Dogao, and I think the one he's scared of most is Dogao. So it makes sense. Dogal says, what can I do if you don't help? Yep, agreed. You are either with me or against me. Agreed. So you better start showing, Blue, that you're going to show consistent support, or Dogal might just get the $25 kill to kill you. And we progress from there. Now, if the relics get put into the monastery, right? Blue would immediately attack, Dogal would immediately attack, they would send everything. So there is no guarantee that this is a win for purple. But I think that with the position here, with the others trading together and whatnot, it does feel to me like there would have been a pretty solid chance at that, you know? And hold on. Okay, Tanks is gonna try and redeem himself. He is a monastery with a monk in queue, and he is coming back to Blue's monastery. Blue should have put that relic safe in the corner, but there's a shot, there's a chance that Tanks can get this back. I think he really regrets it right now. Schlump says going for trade. Dogal says you only need paladins. Schlump says he cannot get the relic and signals it. Yeah. But he might be able to, actually, with this many camels and Mangadai. Tanks now allies Dogal, which is interesting. Dogal is moving army. I think he's trying to get into that trade. This is something they can do so easily. There's no fortifications here after that wall. So maybe easily's wrong. Damn, this is a big army from Tanks, Dogal, and Schlump. But Tanks, I will never... Like, Tanks, all is forgiven if you steal this back, actually. Oh! Blue's solid. Okay. Blue's trying to get away with it. This deserves a lot of our focus right now. That's actually a huge deal. Meanwhile, I think all of Tanks' trade is going to go down. But Tanks is 36 gold workers. That'll be 36 more Mangadai. That'll be 36 more monks to potentially get the relic. Blue is another monk on the way right now. Does it go to the relic right away? Uh-oh. Yeah, all of Tanks' trade will go down now. Bro, get atonement. Get atonement. Do Mongols get atonement? I think they do. It'd be so funny if he's researching atonement right now. He's researching atonement! He's researching atonement! If he would have preemptively researched atonement with Mongols, he could have converted the monk. But he didn't get it. And he just tried to get it, and now that relic is going away. Oh my god. And good luck getting it now. And now he's gonna go wander! I can't! I actually can't! I actually can't! You gotta spend 3,000 resources to build a wonder, to go 1v2. And now Dogal is building a wonder, and now Dogal's building it on the edge of the map, which I wouldn't normally advise. But Dogal is actually building it faster. And hold up. Schlump has done this before. He is Spanish. He will build faster. So we have a triple wonder race, which honestly is, thank God, because I think this game is stalled out for quite a while now. And this will actually lead to them all fighting each other. Without the wonders, who knows what this game would turn into. There goes Schlump. So 3 players left. Regicide Rumble 6, Grand Final. I think it is fair to say that at various points this has been painful. But it is kind of can't look away action because this is anyone's game to lose now. They're all super rich. They all kind of don't trust each other. They all have crazy armies. And there's going to be 29 villagers building this. Dogal only has 15. Tanks only has 12, but this could be a strategy. Because when Schlump won his game earlier in Regicide Rumble, he actually was third to getting his wonder up. Because they have to kill the other guys first. So being first in the wonder is actually bad. And I don't think Dogal realizes. Dogal was also second in his wonder, if you remember. So I think Tanks is hoping to bait them into completing their wonders first, and then they have to be killed first, and then his countdown is right after. Dogal says, I think you need to stop Wonder. You are faster than him. Wow, Schlumpf is such a pro. He's such a pro. Like, he honestly, that's such a great call in game. That's crazy. That's only from the community game experience. Because they don't even have this on screen, by the way, the percentage. The only thing you can do is you can look and click the HP and check. So here you can look and click. They really should have the percentage in game like Capture Age does, but they don't. Or maybe maybe the chat filter removes that. It's probably that. So Gal says, I delete my Wonder. That's my deal. He's saying that to Blue. Well, Blue is winning the Wonder race. Twin Blade says they're watching the stream. Of course they know. LMAO. Dude, there's like a 5-minute delay. Don't spout stuff that isn't true. Especially when I'm really irritated about the relics. Don't even, bro. I'm not in a state of mind for that to not respond. Thanks for watching, though. Appreciate the support. There's a 5-minute delay. They're not actively listening to the stream. There's no way because we have delays in place. But yes, apologies for being a little 2D right now. I'm wondering if Blue will stop building this. Dogal is not deleted. Tanks would be 3rd place in the Wonder. We got a little bit of movement down here. Nothing crazy. Just some buildings. Lots of army from Blue and Teal over here. I don't know. Honestly, on a scale of 1 to 10, how decent is it for Blue to just be first and just try? It's actually not horrible at this point because this looks so tough otherwise. Maybe it's like a solid 5. Right? I don't know. But he's going to win the Wonder race. Unless he stops building, which I don't think he will. There it is. It's a beautiful Wonder. 350 years till the 1500 elo or 1400 elo player wins. And now Tanks and Dogal are going to team on him. And Schlumpf says, oh shit, why mine finish first? Okay, so he thought about it, but didn't realize, I guess. And Dogal immediately says, this Wonder puts a target on you, brother. Oh no! Oh no, what have we done? What have we done? Oh, he deletes it! He deletes it! And by the way, for everyone who gave me a hard time for not watching Doubt Spanish Wonder get destroyed, we got to see that one. Well, Dogal, you're about to have a target on you, brother. Oh, brother. You better stop building yourself. Dogal thought he was all high and mighty with that. And also, Tanks allied Dogal, too. And I think Schlumpf tried to say, I forgot I'm Spanish. You're not allowed to say Spanish in this game. But yeah, probably what should happen soon is a focus on Dogal. Right? Dogal might need to delete his Wonder. And then they have to focus on Tanks. I would love for Blue to repeat the same sentence. That Wonder puts a target on you, brother. Dogal says, remember, we kill him, I delete it. I don't know about that, Dogal. You have my word? You have my word? You have my word? No way. Especially because Blue wasn't really supporting you before. Like, Blue wasn't really actively helping a lot. So Dogal is going to go for the win. And he should. Because he's Dogal. He's got a crazy castle. Tanks is far away. And Blue is lower elo. He should go for the win. So Blue and Purple need to talk this one out. So yeah, it's going to be a crazy final stand. Here's the stockpile. Dogal is 30k wood. He's got 13k food. He's got 20k gold. Blue is more res than both of them combined. Certainly with gold. And now Tank says, can we team versus Dogal? Was wisst du dafür? Maybe in Tank's defense, maybe he thinks that Blue can't speak English or something. Tanks is hoping for that alliance. Blue is meanwhile slaughtering his Megadai here. What do you need, he says. And Schlumpf actually just says this to us. So he screws up his chat settings here, which is not a good time. And now the wonder completes for tanks. Okay. What happened to the last relic? Blue has it. He has it right here. So there's no way relic victory is possible. And oh my god. Purple deletes his wonder. And Doga... Does no one want to win? Does no one want to win? We're back in the same spot we were over an hour ago. This show has been dragging on forever, man. My goodness. Why did Dogal do that? I guess he didn't want to be doubled. Or maybe they had a bro code. Okay. All right. All right. So what happens now? We are 2.5 hours in. It is $250 for first place. 120... What is it? 125 for second? 150? But I think Dogal wanted support of blue to kill tanks. And so that's why... That's the way he gained this. Now, guys, I gotta just keep bringing it up. Blue's rich. Blue can build another wonder. And Blue also has been talking to tanks about supporting against Dogal. So I don't know how he's done it for like 2 hours. But Blue has somehow become very needed for both the top players. And is just going back and forth. And they need him so much that they're never going to... Like, if they ever do fight him, they're not going to fight him forever. They're always going to want his attention. They're always going to want his friendship. Damn. It's been a lot to take in. It's been a lot to take in. But I'm going to repeat myself for the 100th time. I just think tanks... The opportunity's kind of come and gone. He lost his trade at this point. If the relics wasn't it, the wonder was certainly it. The wonder's now gone too. I think this is not good for tanks. Especially with the Civ matchup, like, Berbers and Spanish against you is really tough. Spanish can spam Paladins forever, it seems. To snipe the Siege and the Mangudai. And the Camel Archers are great against the Mangudai as well. And Tanks is a great player. But this is a 1v2 scenario. Now, Dogal deleting the wonder, it was actually smart, I guess, because they could have doubled him because of it. And then he thinks that he can beat Blue. Guys, Blue's going to try and yoink it from both of them. He's going to go for wonder again, I think. But only when Tanks is dead. Blue says something. Or, again, translations, please. I don't know who's saying what. Tanks is maybe saying he doesn't have res. He doesn't have wood. He doesn't have wood. He is almost out of gold. Yeah, he's pretty much dead with res. And Blue says, can you prove that? Okay. Tanks wants a screenshot? Did he just send a screenshot in Discord? Is that what he just said? He's screenshotting right now? Well, that's proof. That's proof. Slump says he always kill units with mango. Slump does a really good job. Slump does a really good job being like, man, I'm having such a tough time right now. It's really smart because he's so low elo compared to these guys. Man, this is so, he keeps killing my units. Ah. And he says it perfectly. Like, he doesn't oversell it. A lot of people oversell, and then it's too obvious. But no, Tanks is dead. Slump is like, well, something screenshot. I mean, they're in the moment. I don't think they're going to do any conversation in the Discord. The screenshot thing is, it's new, but it's whatever to me. That probably needs to be put in the rules for next time, but we also ask people to speak English, so what are rules, really? Rules aren't important. I personally have always felt like rules are really overrated. So, Tanks is a massive army. It's going to be hard to believe him when he has an army like this, but it is true. He's almost out of res. And he doesn't have any more units in queue. But this is going to be a tough army to kill. And blue is... Guys, I think blue is just hoping Dogal's not going to have res. When blue turns on Dogal, if he turns on Dogal, Dogal will immediately lose all of his trade. And then he's Spanish, so he could maybe build the wonder super fast. But please, blue, for the love of God, do not turn until Tanks is dead. Because then Tanks and Dogal are going to be allies again, and then they, things get interesting. How much res left on map? Great point, actually. 115k wood. So there's a lot of res left on the map. Not any gold, but there's the resources the players have. Sorry, that's not. This is. And blue's banking. Blue is banking more than everyone. No one's going to believe that purple's out of res based on what they're seeing with this army. Tanks is broke with 7 relics. So that's like... I don't know how bad that is. He could also add some trade in theory, but then he has to trade down here. And purple says good luck. Okay. Now, Dogal's going to ask blue for help, and that's absolutely the right call, because blue is thinking his hearing Tanks is dead, and I don't think blue is actually actively supporting. Also because he's typing a lot. And blue says, I am out of res. Sorry, doing what I can. Yet again, we are here asking for financial support. 100,000 wood, 40,000 food, 22,000. And Dogal turns on him and says, is this out of res? Oh, wait, but maybe he saw blue coming in to kill him. Oh my god, blue is actually making a play to kill him. That's what Dogal meant. I thought it was like... I thought it was like Dogal being like, fight for me or what, but no, blue is going to kill Dogal. Is Dogal going to get killed here? This also gives Teutonic Tanks a really good shot. The king is in the castle, and now Schlumpf is building a wonder. What? I didn't know he was going to attack Dogal first. Now Dogal is going to build a wonder again. Tanks, I swear, if you build one, bro. If you build one. Let's see if Dogal survives this. And he will, because the king has moved to another castle. Very easy switch. He'll clear that very quickly, actually. And okay, there's still 3 people left. And Dogal is going to ask Tanks to now ally. He says, he betrayed me as you betrayed me. And Tanks says, okay, sir. What a response. Okay, sir. Well, Dogal didn't get to finish the message yet. But he might be like, hey, support me. And I think he will. I think Tanks will. But maybe he goes for Dogal. I mean, that's another option. Dogal says, his king is mine, and then we fight until we die. Okay. Well, Dogal's got a plan. And honestly, angering Dogal, not a very good move. Now, what would be crazy is if Tanks actually attacks Dogal now. Because people were calling for a 2v1 on Dogal a long time ago. It never happened. Tanks says, I have no res, brother. Dogal says, me neither. It's nice they can call each other brother after all of this. Respect. Dogal does have resources. Tanks does have food. And Tanks was hoping for resources to be sent to him. It didn't happen. He just says, right. And Dogal is like, his wonder is faster. And it is much faster. And it's perfectly placed as well, I have to say. Guys, there's a chance that blue can hold 1v2 here. But it's Dogal with Berbers we're talking about. And he already has siege moving forward. And, like, blue's got to be panicking hardcore right now. Dogal says blue. If blue deletes his wonder... if blue deletes this beautiful wonder... I'm just forewarning everyone who has possibly fallen asleep or, has their sound turned up loud that I will scream very loudly, okay? Now, he may be convinced to, because he's now facing the wrath of his decision. Dogal says, it was all good until now. And Schlumpf says, I know, I feel so bad. He doesn't have enough fortifications. He actually has to delete it. That's the stupid thing about this game. He actually has to delete it. Or he's dead. I just want to know if Tanks is going to get to that relic, too. Trade raid down here, maybe. Oh, the conks are sitting in the trade. But Schlumpf is allied with Tanks right now. Tanks says, delete your Wonder Dogal, and I help. Actually a smart play. Because Blue is likely to die, and he doesn't want Dogal to win. Dogal says, the moment I get his king, I will delete it. Okay. Remember, Tanks doesn't have a Wonder. And Tanks has actually been trading with Blue a little bit down here, and they're still allied. But Blue now turns, and now so Tanks will start to lose trade. And maybe Blue didn't see these units. Or so Blue saw these units and didn't trust them. And chat with the immediate translations. Nice. Are you against me now? I help you? Who's saying I help you? Purple saying I help you? And Dogal says tic-tac, brother. Who's helping who? Who even knows? Schlumpf now allies Tanks again. Listen, Schlumpf can play this game for another 300 years. Schlumpf needs to go with whatever ally he needs. Like, every ally he can get. That's just the reality of it. But can he spend res? Wow, he's down to 17k gold already. What? Damn, dude, it's amazing. He probably has a lot of paladins in queue, but still. Even if these buildings are queued, he had like 80k gold. Still does have units here. And, oh, he's actually taking down the markets. So I think Purple's been trading with Yellow's markets, and they could go down. And now Tanks is against Blue again. Okay. So it is the 1420 Elo player versus the 2k plus players. Can Schlumpf do it? And are you rooting for him, chat? It's maybe doable. But there's such strong militaries against him. Tanks says, delete the Wonder Dogal, or I let him win. Do it now. Do it now. And Dogal is going to say, I'm telling you, the moment we kill him, we have our deal. And Tanks says, no now, or GG. Dogal says, you betray me once, why not twice? Dogal's correct. In my opinion. Dogal deleted his Wonder before, and he regrets it now. And so he's keeping his Wonder this time. So, I think Dogal is correct. But maybe I'm wrong. Is anyone correct? Tank says, I'm not betraying you. Everyone has betrayed everyone here at least 5+ times. Words are nothing at this point. Words are nothing. They are all guilty of betrayal and should be hung in the gallows. They are all full of it. Full of Scheiße, okay? Yeah, I learned some German for you, Tanks. I mean, they keep talking. That's great for Schlumpf. That's great for Schlumpf. Now, Schlumpf is actually attacking. He is actually attacking back, and he can clear this up. And let's not forget that there is no trade running right now for Tanks. His tank is out of gas right now. At Reboom, maybe he'll find another market, but this is not good. Trade stopping like this is horrible. Dogal also 0 trade. Schlumpf also 0 trade. But Dogal's army is crazy value. Crazy. I feel for players when, like, they make a decision that they can't recover from. And they regret, because it's so easy to look back. And that's going to be Tanks with the Wonder. Sorry, with the Relic.
Yes.
Like, dude, I'm drinking a margarita. I'm on margarita number 2. Taco number 3. If he actually puts those relics inside of that monastery. You guys are probably in the same boat. You're like, man, like, this could have ended for a long time ago, but he can't go back now. And Blue took it. Dogao says his king is mine, then I delete. He continues to not change his plan here. Can you get the king? It really bothers me that Blue's king is over here. I'm hoping he remembers this instead of having the king in the other castles. But most of the pressure is coming from Dogao, I guess, so. Tanks is going to say, what if you don't get it? And Dogao's going to say, then we both lose. And he says, as long as we kill him, all good. Let's look at stockpiles again. Slump, still a lot of wood. Still a lot of gold. And actually, his micro has been fantastic. The Halb's in front, the Skirm's behind. The Paladin sniping the siege. We do have some Rams coming. We do have the King relocating with the amount of army coming in from this side. Actually, he sees the Rams from here. So that's where he's got some Paladin production now. Yeah, you definitely don't want to be split focus with your King, at least. And Tanks is going to try again. He says, can you at least ally me, dude? And Dogao does. And says, sure, amigo. I like how chill Dogao is. He's actually considering relatively chill. 3-hour slog. Sure, amigo. Now, maybe it's a little bit sarcastic. But I guess they don't want to, like, run into each other with their armies or something. Could be a little risky, though. Dogao's stockpile. Dwindling a little bit. And Tanks is 53 on trade again, so that's going somewhere. And that is going towards somebody's market. Is it orange, maybe? I'm not sure who... Oh, there's still a yellow market here, actually, so it's still that market. And he's rewalling that, too, which is smart. Chat, with a yes or no, does Blue do it? If you think about it, they haven't actually made a ton of progress. Like, they haven't pushed that far into this base. They're halfway there now. Okay, I'm seeing some ones and twos. There's a lot of ones, though. And Dogao says, time for you to start helping. Damn. Tank says, I send. Dogao allies everyone who's left in the game, except for, obviously, Blue. And if Tanks didn't feel this was a real threat before, he should realize this is a real threat now. And that's what Dogao's trying to say. All the siege is coming forward now. Siege Ram Mangadai is a problem. If Blue can't produce Paladins, it's over. He does have some Paladins in queue. I just don't think he has enough stables, actually. And he's losing part of his production here. Oh, this is rough. Blue's playing like a god, man. He had no way to have any chance to win this game if he didn't try and befriend all the pros and switch sides constantly. Like, it must be so exhausting. 170 years now, by the way. But the lack of stables is my concern. It's these stables. These 14 stables here are everything for him. He always has to have Paladins to snipe the Rams. The other units don't kill Rams fast enough. What do you do if Blue deletes at 100 years? If Blue deletes his wonder at 100 years, I will retire from Age of Empires, and I will go live in the woods somewhere. And I'll never use the internet again. I'm just gone. I'm just gone. I'm just gonna, I don't know, fish in some tiny little stream and never talk to any human again. This is, don't even let, I'm not, it actually gives me, it actually, it's not fun to think about. Okay. Whew. 150 years. Guys, Tanks having trade means if Blue's Wonder goes down, he is the front runner again. Especially if that means that Relic can be snagged. Dogao has not added trade again. But then again, Dogao is the Wonder. Oh, it's so interesting. Yeah, true. Dogao, I forgot Dogao's got the Wonder there. Oh my goodness. Dogao says, I did a lot already. Your turn. Prove you are an ally. And, well, here's the proof. That's a lot of Rams. Get the freaking choo-choos in chat. Oh, my goodness. This is what Dogal's saying. He's like, I know you have more in you, tanks. And he absolutely does. Holy Rams. But Blue, if Blue has the Paladins to snipe the Rams, he can hold. Schlump says, go for king kill from tanks. He's like, kill his king. And Dogal says, I'm fine with you winning, Blue. I think he's like, I either kill you, Blue, or you win. Either way, I'm happy. Yeah, killing tanks would be a bad play for Dogal, but it's the right play from Blue to convince him. And Tanks is now telling Dogal to attack. And Dogal kind of is, but not exactly at the same time. You know what has been the theme amongst the pros in this game, guys? They just didn't have any trust in each other. The entire freaking game. Nobody trusted each other, honestly. Like, I thought blue and gray trusted each other. Nope. I thought orange and yellow trust each other. Nope. It's just been constant, like, betrayals and backstabs. It's even worse than the King Snipe game. I thought the King Snipe game was going to be nothing but this. No one worked together at all. Everybody was out here for their own interests. And that's fine. But one player's got to wonder right now and is in position with the countdown now at 105 years to potentially do this. And the Stonewall here is really smart. It's funny, the person I called out earlier for implying the players were stream cheating just said, Blue, please delete it 100 years. He's like, bad T90. I want him to become a hermit. I want him to become a hermit for calling me out. Blue will not delete. There's the res. Tanks has way better eco now. He actually has Vills on wood. He actually has the trade running. And he has more food. But he doesn't realize that he could actually make progress here. Blue is being as stubborn as possible. Always hopping out with the Paladins to snipe the Rams. And then he should actually re-garrison. Don't attack the Mangadai. They're hard to kill. Oh, there's an army here. By the way, Blue's at 185 military. He's got like 2 Vills. But he's full army on both sides against these pros. I really would have liked it if Blue actually backed away with those Paladins into the castles. You've got to camp more right now. And I think, I still don't know German, but I think Blue is saying at least get the $25 and at least kill Dogal right now. Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe he's saying that there will be a snipe on him. And Dogal is telling tanks to 14. I mean, the years go down, but the heartbeat for Schlump has got to go up right now. This would be a crazy win. It's going to get bad, though. It's going to get bad. Guys, they're deleting Vills right now to free up pop space. So they're going to have crazy army numbers coming at him now. This is the crazy last push. Schlump, you need to save your Palas, dude. You actually have to camp it out. Do not engage unless it is directly next to your fortifications. 66 years. Let's not forget that Schlump's king is actually in the castle right by the Wonder, so that could be sniped as well. Dogal was close right now. 63 years. Can Blue do this? Can Blue do this? More Rams coming in. There's always going to be a consistent flow of army. There's also camels now to take care of the Paladins. That one castle will fall. But on this side, Blue's got a big army, and he's actually holding. He's actually holding. So he loses ground to tanks, but he pushes back against Dogal. This is a show up on Friday. Enter into community games. Hope to get rigged player here in Blue. This is not a pro. He's playing for this when there's no money on the line. Can he do this? He needs Paladins here now, though. He needs Paladins here. Dogal's backing away. 48 years. Oh, man, this is intense. Okay, Paladins will take care of those Rams. That castle should stay up. Tanks is going to need another wave now. One's castle. Yeah, that castle stays up too. Dogal is asking for gold. He's actually only at 1,000, and Tanks immediately sends it to him. Smart from Tanks. That's the first time there's been no real debate on if you share resources with somebody. In this whole game, I'd argue. He knows it's desperate right now. Oh, even Petard's here headed in just to take down these castles. 35 years. Guys, don't say it's over because there's been some crazy wonder snipes. Like, we've had so many photo finishes this Regicide Rumble. So I'm not ready to say it's over until it's over. Those Trebs, if they can just sneak by and hit the wonder, that could be enough. You don't even need to take the castles. You don't even need to take the castles. You don't even need to take the castles. There go the Trebs for Dogao. He's definitely thinking about it. That's an amazing fight. On this side, we have an amazing fight from tanks. Blue's actually pulled back with the Palas as like a final line of defense. He's going to give up these castles. He's just going back with the Paladins. Here comes some Petards. Oh my goodness, that's so many Trebs, dude. 20 years. 20 years. Dogao's just going to click them on the wonder. He's just going to click them on the wonder, bro. He's just going to click them on the wonder. People in my chat who are not subscribed are getting ads. I'm so sorry, but you can subscribe for free with Twitch Prime. Oh my god. Oh my god, the Petards are on the way. 10 years. 10 years. You gotta somehow take out those Trebs. There's no repair villagers. 9 years. 9 years. Schlump. Schlump. No way, dude. 6 years. He has no repairs. He has no repairs. It's over. It's over. 3. 2.8. The wonder is destroyed, and the king is exposed, and the king will die for Schlumpf. A legendary attempt, but Dogao does it. And guys, I'm going to circle back to what I said earlier. I'm obviously bummed for Schlumpf. Normally, the top player is the one you want to see upset. But Dogao deserves this win, dude. If Dogao can win this, after all the people that were trying to snipe him, after all the people that didn't help him, after all the things that happened, I think Dogao is going to turn it. And Tanks has Siege Workshop here. Tanks, you... No way, dude. No way. Tanks has sneaky Siege Workshops. 30 years. There's Siege Rams. There's actually Siege Rams right here. Oh my god, bro. Can you imagine if he was there a little bit faster? Holy. Oh, I mean, the walls are there. The army's here. It's 25 years. Dogao says you wanted to betray me again. I mean, obviously. It's over now. Right? Tanks says no shit, Sherlock. Huh. It's interesting how how intense this got. Oh my god. I mean, it's turned around. Tank says it was a mistake to give relic. Should have just tried. Yep. Easy. I feel for him because it's very easy to say this now. But what a finish, dude. What a finish. Frustrating at times because no one trusted each other. But I think Dogao was to win this game when the target was on his back so early, when people were not assisting him at times, is pretty incredible. And also, guys, the wonder kill, it wasn't all Dogao because tanks came in, but that was epic. To know that you couldn't take the castles and you just had to yeet the Trebs under the castles is so next level. Too many people think they have to grind down the buildings first. And Dogao is going to be our Regicide Rumble 6 champion. My goodness. My goodness. It felt like the entire game, Dogao had to be like, hey, you're not helping me. What's going on? And then they were like, oh, God, he knows we're talking about him. Hey, you, what are you doing? Why are you not helping me? Hey, you. He had to delete a wonder. He had to do all these things. And Dogao wins. Damn. That was an experience. That was an experience. Now, I think it's possible that, you know, the whole translating issue we were having, maybe the relic being given up, because I think a lot of people really wanted that relic victory to happen. I think there's going to be some people maybe a little bit frustrated with tanks. Like, come on, man. You could have won with the relic. Come on, man. I can't speak German. Come on, man. He played an amazing game. The amount of rebooms he had to do, the rewalls, the aggression was crazy. They obviously were all very active on the map. The thing tanks will regret is really the relics. I don't think he'll regret much else because he had a good game. pretty much all the teams were fighting each other. Blue and gray, they're low elo brethren. Gray gets killed. Yellow and orange, not really together. So it was just kind of one of those games where the only person you could trust was yourself, you know? And the only person you could trust was yourself. That's how they played it. It turned into the selfish attempts with the wonders, and sad times for Blue, dude. Slump, you played fantastic. And unfortunately, we're just 2 years, maybe 2.8 years away from winning the whole thing. Chat, we are going to have a vote now. I'm just showing some of the stats, and you can reward $25 to anyone you'd like. You can vote on that. That'll pop up here in a second. So it's a very long game. I just want to repeat how things will actually play out with the standings. So it will be Dogal first place. You then have Tanks, that would be second. You have Schlumpf, that would be third. As far as king kills go, Tanks got 2. He killed Kala Valhalla. He also killed Niapta Lames earlier. Niapta Lames got 1. Dogal got 2. And then Schlumpf did get 1. So you could vote on who you'd like to give a bonus to. And players, if you played, you can even try and give a bonus to yourself if you would like. I have no complaints. I'm seeing a lot of votes right now for Schlumpf. So I think people feel maybe bad for him, or honestly, they're just respecting how epic he played. It's not even a close vote. Yeah, he played like a beast. He really had to, and I know it was frustrating to watch at times because no one would really commit. The only way Blue had a chance was he had to continue to ally both the pros, and he couldn't anger them. And then when he needed to commit, he committed to the wonder. It just wasn't enough because Dogal ended up massing up just enough there at the end to get the snipe. So close. So close. And that was a lot of 1v2 fighting as well. Like, respect to that, because it wasn't like it was just 20 minutes. That was a very long time. Yeah, great games. Great games. All right. Next, we're going to move into the voice channel, and we can talk to these players. I'll ask them a couple questions and see what they have to say, and then we'll obviously have the grand final memes. But let me see if there's any players in the voice channel. We will have the grand final memes after this. Let's see. Oh, we've got, like, basically everybody in here. Oh, man. All right. Chat. If you have questions you want to ask for a player, feel free to toss it in the chat. Let's hop in here. No.
If you didn't send resources to me, I don't think
Dogal.
we would be able to do it.
Really?
Yeah, because I had 0 resources at
The
the time.
only
No,
thing I
Gowan
had
tank.
was like food, some gold, and wood I was 0 constantly because Mongols is so
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah.
Hello, guys.
I like. Oh, hello.
Sorry to
Hello.
jump in and interrupt you guys, but I want to go through and ask some questions. First off, Dogal, how you feel after that, dude? Because that wonder snipe was crazy.
Yeah, it was nice. It was really close. I was like, oh, this is now or never, you know? So
Yep.
you just pass through the castles, don't care at all. And then I saw 1 or 2 traps blocking their west. I was like, fuck. And then I tried to move. They went a little bit further away. And then boom.
Damn,
It was a nice moment.
that was like 3 years. Yeah. So we have quite a few people in the voice chat, so I'm gonna just say who I'm asking the question to, so viewers know, and just kind of go down the line a little bit. Cinerate your butt. Hello. You're 820 elo, I think, or maybe 860, and you were in this game amongst a lot of higher rated players. How are your nerves coming into this, and what were your goals?
I was pretty sweaty. Still am. I just didn't want to be killed first. Unfortunately, I missed some chatter. It was hard to keep up with who was talking to who, but yeah, it was a pleasure being here.
Okay, awesome. I mean, from my bird's eye view, you played very well. The issue, I think, was really that Schlumpf had to make a choice between Dogal and you, which in the end, it seemed like maybe choosing Dogal was slightly better. But thank you for playing, man.
No, not for me. For me, it was a wise decision.
I see Kala Valhalla is here. Kala Valhalla, You were on the other side. You were next to Neoptolames, who's also here. 1300 elo. You were next to Syscon. Thoughts on Syscon? Like, did you think he was going to kill you? Just give me your thoughts on how that went down.
Yeah, I mean, Syscon was always going to be a threat, so I was really happy when Teutonic Tanks reached out and asked to join the alliance against him. And I mean, it was an easy kill, but I was preparing for Teutonic Tanks. I was making castles along the trade route, just in case it was going to turn, but the snipe came in a little bit when I was focused with my ballista elephants fighting Tokao. So
okay, so tanks
But
got
yeah.
you when you
Yeah.
least expected it.
Yeah.
Were you planning an alliance with Neopta at all?
Yeah. So before the game started, I think Blue, Orange, and we had a plan to work together, let the pros duke it out, and then we just, try to 3v1 a pro in the end and just
Yeah.
split the prizes amongst ourselves. Yeah.
Okay. So
It didn't work
Neopta,
out so well, but yeah.
so Neoptolames, that's where I come to you then. So you were part of the triple alliance, I assume, and
Yeah, it was just
was
us and Gray as well.
okay. How would you describe your experience being directly next to Dogao this entire game?
Well, we've been talking about backstabbing him for like forever from the very start, but we never really got to it. And in the end, I mean, I do understand that I was the one being backstabbed. I mean, Dogao was scary to be next to, so I tried, but he was very good at looking at his king.
Yeah, Dogao. I gotta say, dude, there's so many times where someone would have a slight move towards you, and you would immediately notice. What percentage of your focus was on your allies these games?
99%. I don't trust anyone. The moment people start telling me, "Oh, bring army here, let's finish one guy," and then I was like, "Okay, I give you like 20 army, but the rest of my army stays in my base, and I keep watching all the sides, because I knew Orange was a threat."
Yeah.
When he started to send a few traps over my base, and I was like, I can't trust this guy anymore, right?
Yep.
And then Blue was like for me all the time until the end. So I was watching more Orange, but you never know what. You never know, right?
Yeah.
You have to be watching both because they were next to me.
Okay, so tanks. You and Dogao spoke early on opposite sides of the map, which I thought was really unique. Did you guys just feel like, out of all the people you can't trust in this game, that maybe
I trusted the most to start off Dogao, but
Okay.
yeah, I thought he's a good ally. But...
And then Doomster, no trust whatsoever because you guys went for him real fast. He was real aggressive. Was that part of the issue?
I think the guy that needed to kill first was Syscon, right? I even told in the beginning of the game, guys, Syscon has the best civ in this game. He should be the first one dying. And then when I saw everyone going for him, I was like, let's go, one less.
Yeah, so I'll tell you guys because you missed it. The only conversation that I saw towards Syscon was from, I think, Yellow. And Yellow said, "What's your plan?" And Syscon said, "Boom and win." Like everybody else is like, we're going to team with this person. We're going to move on this. All these long-term plans. Syscon just said boom and win. So I was like, okay, well, he's not talking to anyone and he's really good. So obviously he's going to get killed first. And he did. So, okay.
I think when you play this mode, I mean, I'm not experienced in this. I think this is the second or third time I played.
Yeah.
But it's like you have to start the game praying the people next to you, they don't want to fight you until it's boss imperial, right? Because otherwise, if one guy decides, "Oh, I will castle push someone," the guy going aggressive is going to die. The guy being attacked is going to die as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So you just have to hope you are going to have people next to you that they don't think about stabbing you before boss imperial.
Yep.
So you have the trade route and everything else, and then it's when the game really starts.
Was that part of it though, Tanks? Like you had Doomster on your side, so logic would say you want to keep him alive, but did you just feel like he wasn't someone to trust and that he'd be too aggressive?
I didn't want to play against his units in Imp, and I thought like if I have him cleaned, I have my full trade line just for myself. Nobody's gonna run into it. And
Okay.
it's safer. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Tanks, I've heard rumors that you can speak the German language. Is that true?
Only slightly and occasionally. Like.
Interesting.
I heard rumors that you're also fluent in German tonight, so I thought it's fine.
Yeah. I don't know if you got the message. I don't know if you got the message, but I had my admin tell everybody in every game. They said, "Hey, can you please just like keep it to English so
I
everyone
think
knows?"
I overlooked that slide.
Oh, okay. All right. All good. I was just curious.
Very sorry.
So
Yeah.
Tanks, any like you had the clear trade route. It was a weird situation where there was 3 of you left. Any like it was like 2 freaking hours with 3 of you. Any closing thoughts on what you wish you could have?
I was very angry when I garrisoned the stupid 8th relic. I did so much work to get the relics together, to steal them from the Gao, steal them from Yellow, and then I misclick.
Did you
know
that it was only 8? Like, did you know that was going to trigger the relic?
I knew it was 8 relics. Yeah. I knew.
So you wanted to put 7 and like wait for the proper time to do 8?
Yes, and wait until they makes their wonders to fight a bit. And then...
I see. And then of course once they heard the noise, they knew they had to kill you.
I should have had the guts to just like try it. The moment I did it, I should have just stick to it.
Dude, it's so easy for viewers, I mean, and for me when I was casting, to just be like, why don't you do it? But at that time...
Yeah.
You thought it was too risky.
I thought it's too risky. Like, if they just full spam, but the distances are so big, I should have 100% risked it.
Yeah, hindsight's 20/20.
It's a very big mistake. Yeah.
All right, well, respect for feeling that way. Schlumpf should be in here. Schlumpf, you had the weird scenario of being having to befriend Dogao and Tanks constantly, and they both would constantly need you, and they both would constantly want you to do more. Was this your strategy? Like, how comfortable was that for you? Just talk me through everything.
No, it really wasn't my strategy. I mean, I was hoping in the beginning not to be next to Dogao or Syscon.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm next to Dogao. But I think
I am such a good ally.
The Gao is trustworthy. Come on.
The last game
wasn't bad.
One person was like, "Oh, I just wanted, I didn't want to be next to the Go and BL," and then when I saw, I don't know, but you can trust me, brother.
I was hoping you were somewhere with the other pros and you would just all bash each other because you don't trust each other, and then we could play a simple game of noobs.
I mean, I came to this final with 0 allies, right? With 0 friends, and then 1 or 2 minutes before the game, Tanks was like, Dogao, I spoke to Bars and Valas. They said you are a good friend. Now you are my friend. I was like, okay, friend of Valas and Bars is my friend as well. You know.
This
so
is
from
how
now
it
on,
works.
you are Tanquinho. You are my friend. And then we got the plan to get to the top 2, which
Dogao,
we actually did.
Would you say that overall, compared to everyone else, though, you really could trust Schlumpf in this game, or did you not trust anything?
I mean, in the beginning of the game, he was trustful. You know, he was doing things that we were supposed to do. But then, when people started to die, he started to make some sneaky moves, you know.
Okay.
Like just watching me fighting tanks, not helping at all. And I was like, guys, the only sieve we can't break him is Mongols. Mongols with Mango Dice and Siege, we both can deal with that. And I was like, in the end, if we kill tanks, Iron Berbers, I can deal with Spanish, you know? So let's try to kill tanks first.
Schlumpf was
then I couldn't trust him anymore after he just started to do the sneaky movements, you know?
Schlumpf, obviously there's an elo difference, but how much of this not helping and, you know, just like kind of being on the outside, how much of that was intentional?
I mean, it was fully intentional because I knew there's no way I can win 1v1 against any of them if the resources are not clearly on my side.
Yeah. So,
which in the end also gave me the chance to hold so long with the Wonder because I had tons of res.
Yeah.
I probably should have not researched spies because I think that I could have held it with extra 30k gold.
Yeah. I actually didn't realize the entire cast that you had researched spies. But I guess that makes sense. Dogao and Tanks, guess the let's say the gold count that he had before he built that final wonder and you guys 2v1'd him, if you had to guess.
60k?
I think it was 90, honestly.
90. He didn't do anything the whole game.
Why are you doing skirmishes and helps then just go full paladins?
No. It disappeared fast, Schlump. You lost a lot of gold. Maybe it was like 50k before the final fight. But it like disappeared fast. Did you buy a lot of stone or?
No. So the first reason why it disappeared was spies. I did that at that point.
Oh, you did it at the late stages.
Exactly,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's where 30 of those 90k went. And then, just paladins. I used the paladins mainly against Teutonic Knight, and the rest helps and skirms against
but I think if you had the resources, you should go for full pala. No
Dogao,
spears,
why are
no
you
helps,
backseating right now?
Only palas.
Why are you
What?
backseating right now? It's an interview.
What do you mean? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're not in the game anymore. You can't boss anyone around.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm just kidding. Honestly, I have nothing really else to add. I think I asked all the questions. So I'll just like talk to the final three, I suppose. Schlump, your thoughts on playing in Regicide Rumble overall? I'm sure the viewers would love to hear from you.
It was an amazing experience. I mean, I think my first commie game was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And now being in the finals, that was really a nice feeling.
Awesome, dude. Well, I obviously invited you because your performances in the community games were amazing. And so having rigged people, I always want those rigs to look good, to show to viewers like, hey, we did pick a person or two for each game, but there's a reason for that. And you lived up to it, dude. So thank you again for playing. Tanks, you had played in Regicide Rumble before, and you played like a beast. You made the final, I think. Did you make the final last year? I think maybe the year before. You've been around in so many games.
Yeah.
Closing thoughts for you getting second place.
I'm still angry at myself, but congrats. Come on. You invest so much time with the stupid pathing and then it fucks up.
Oh, dude.
Whatever. Thanks a lot for hosting the tournament, and congrats to Dogao. He deserved it. He also schemed pretty well, so he deserved it.
Yeah, and
my Doginho.
And Dogao, I would have predicted Schlump and Tanks maybe make it to the final. No offense, bro. Would have never predicted you coming into this. But you made it, and you played amazing. Why? Because I thought your Diplo was going to be trash. I thought your Diplo was going to be awful.
Why?
Well, the first 20 minutes of the first game, you did just use all chat to everybody. So I
know it was on purpose.
Oh, see, I underestimated your game. That's why. I didn't realize how good you were going to be. And
the game starts in Post Imperial, not before that.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was going to follow up my statement with, but you proved me wrong, and you played very well, and you won. So
now I can start my career on politics.
All right, nice. Put that on the resume. I'm sure killing off all your allies will be a great political stance. Congratulations, Dogao.
Thank you. I had a lot of fun. I think this last game, it's one of the most fun games I played in my entire life. I had so much fun through all the game.
You know, there will be viewers who are watching this who will probably say this is maybe one of the most frustrating games they've watched in their entire life because you three could not figure it out. I swear to God, between the relic walking away or the wonders getting deleted or the constant bickering back and forth, It was a lot, but it's also what it took to win. Like, there was no way around it with 3 smart players.
Yeah,
so.
and especially the highlight in the end, killing the Monumental, like 2 years left.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
I mean, people watching my stream, they can confirm I was having fun the whole time.
That's
like,
amazing.
Trying to guess what was going on and stuff like that. I had a lot of fun. Thank you.
That's good. Anyone who streamed will try and get clips together. I think Margugu was streaming when he got sniped by Hope's Trebuchet. Like that moment right there, we'll get it all and hopefully put something together. But thank you again, guys. Thank you to all the players for playing. We're going to get to the memes now. So take care and hope to see you in the next one.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
See you guys. Salutes in chat, guys. That was a fun interview. Get to hear their perspective. And let's get to the grand final of the memes, which Dux has so kindly been putting together here. That was also an extremely long game, so you'll have to give me just a second to get them. Chat, thank you so much for all the support. I have a bit to say after the memes, but just in the off chance you're very impatient and you hate memes. First off, what's wrong with you? Thank you again. I have a lot to say, but we'll get there. Also, Tanks got to go to the bathroom during the game. I've had to pee since like feudal age of that game, so I'm. But it's all right. It's actually gave me a lot more energy, because I've been on edge this whole time, and then with the game action as well. So it's good. I feel like I got a little intense during the commentary there. I feel like maybe I crossed some lines. I got a little aggressive with some chatters. Sorry about that. There was a lot going on between the German and the Wonders getting deleted and the relic donation and everything else. So okay, I've got them. All right. Meme time. Please rank these memes 1 through 11. You know the deal. And here we go. Oh, this first one's good, dude. This first one's good. So T West made the maps, and Syscon almost lost his king to the Gaia units at the start. So I guess I didn't think about what we would have to do there, but I guess we would have had to pay the map scripter $25. Sneaky T West. Ooh, man. I didn't think about that. All right, well, thankfully that didn't happen. People says there's an ad break right now. Do we want to wait? Are there ads right now? Let's keep going. Dogao and Tanks trying to work together. Dude, this meme was made before they even properly diploed. This meme was made when they just talked across the map. There needs to be like the Grand Canyon in here, the Atlantic Ocean in here. There was so much distance between them. It was so difficult for them to properly communicate. That's a good one, though. It's crazy that you didn't even know how crazy it was going to be when the meme was made. Okay. Yep. I mean, Syscon played great in his other game, but coming in and saying my plan is to boom and win and not talking to anyone else, not really sure what he expected to happen, but yeah. He got sniped. It did not end very well for him. He was a very easy first target. Very accurate, especially in the middle of the game. I was very confused at points. You could also just change this text and add in different words for later on in the game. It was very complex when like Orange and Dogao were like allied but not, and like Gray was against Doomster, but then with Blue and then not. It was a lot. Doomster, it's hard for me to say he brought it on himself. That might be too mean, but it felt like he wanted to fight people and no one was really ready, and then everyone just went after him. Okay, hold on. Dogao meme. I like this. Oh, look at all his army in there. It says, I'm not paranoid. I'm just painfully aware of all the things that can go catastrophically wrong. Dude. That's so good. And this was because of Orange. Because Niapta was sitting there right outside the walls with like 80 Mamelukes and Trebuchets. And remember that one time that Orange moved in with Trebs, Dogao immediately called him out. Dogao's like, I will never let him work again. But I give Dogao respect because he actually was actively engaging in a lot of these wars. He just wouldn't bring all of his army. So it was very skilled. It wasn't like he wasn't chatting. It wasn't like he wasn't fighting. He just knew not to leave himself super exposed. Teutonic Tank says, I had him on neutral. Oh, yeah, dude. I love that from Tanks. Oh, no, I've had him on neutral for the last 20 minutes. Oh, no, that's why I haven't been fighting. That's why I was rooting for Dogao, because, like, Blue was like, oh, I don't have resources. He's loaded. Tanks was like, oh, I had him on neutral. It was intentional. There was a lot of that happening, and then, like, Dogao, even though he was the best player, technically you should team up on him. He was actually a little bit more honest with his intentions. Not that we always praise honesty. Deadly Cookie says he did have him on neutral. I know he did. But, like, I don't really trust that wasn't intentional. But maybe. Because, like, you know right away. If you have someone on neutral, you know right away when you're actually actively trying to fight, is my point. Okay. This annoyed me so much. I didn't exactly make it a secret that this annoyed me. So yeah, it was a bit of a problem. Next. So it's interesting to hear Tank's perspective. I hope people who are critical of Tanks, because chat got like really intense. I hope people who are upset with Tanks realize that he really regrets it now. And also that he didn't actually mean to click the 8th relic in at that time. So I think his plan was to go for it, but when he was ready. The Tank says, I am potato, yes. Yeah, so people were people were emotional. I was emotional. And when we saw that relic leaving, I was like, oh. That's actually one of the most painful moments of my entire life. Okay. Here we go. Yep. For 2 hours. For 2 hours. And it would never stop. Occasionally it would rotate. Like the finger guns would change. We'd even have the occasional this. Right? The relic moving away from the base, the deleting of the wonder. The finger guns were always out though, and they were always going different directions. And yeah, that was crazy, man. Okay. Next one. My job here is done, but you didn't do anything. And yeah, this is when they deleted the wonder. I thought the first wonder was going to be fine. Okay, next. The thing that bothers me about this, it's okay. In this tournament, we had Hope, who genuinely cannot speak English well, use Google Translate to properly communicate English. And then Tanks and Schlumpf, both, as demonstrated in the interview with their microphones, speak very good English. But they spoke German anyways. I'm sorry. I just don't understand. I'm trying to cast here. Okay. It's fine. I'm not bothered by it. Next. Yep. Maybe it's my fault. I've been to Germany so many times and I haven't learned it yet. Yep. You two. Okay. Oh boy. Mod chat leaks. Are we allowed to do this? Tank should know better than to talk German in a commie game. And then Hazemi responds in German. Hardy says, hey, it's really inconsiderate to chat in German. Think of the other mods you can't understand. So here it is in Dutch. Vitor says, yeah, agreed. And then what is that, Turkish? T90 is going to lose his mind after he sees this after the stream. Yeah, there's no way he'll believe he actually has had a non-German Dutch mod. We're looking for new mods. Okay, next one. Regicide Rumble 6 players trying to get a wonder victory like... It never even hits? That is a tease that it's not even hitting, and it's cutting it off, which is maybe what the wonders were like. Okay. All right. Next. Freaking Schlump. I mean, it almost worked. But I was really worried he was going to delete it. It was like, I was worried he was going to delete it. I was also worried he was going to speak German. Both of those things just really weighing heavily on my mind at that time. But he almost had it. Okay, next. Wonder, Teutonic Tanks, now destroy it. Dogal, no. It was a good play. Actually, I have to really look back at this situation, but Dogal deleting the Wonder the first time might have actually been... I mean, it clearly was probably a good play. Even though it was upsetting. I'd have to think back to the exact situation. He won the game. That's all that matters. Okay, and here we are with this super official game stats to end Regicide Rumble 6. And there is a lot of stuff here. Okay, so Gaia army count goes down. Average elo of alive players slowly goes up. King Snipes. I like the spelling on Snipes there. Okay, added the King Snipes into there. I like that. That's cool. Easy money emo. Cool stuff. Confusing. Diplo being confusing. I like how it's a squiggly line. That's good. Legendary Last Stand. Why? What's up with the SCHs here? This was definitely not made by the OG guy who made the superficial game stats. This is... Someone stole his ideas. Costin Loser Sponkers for T90. Okay, whatever that is. Dogal turning on gray. Yeah, okay. Tanks relic count. Oh, dude. Tanks relic count's actually amazing. It goes up and then goes boop right down and then just straight the whole time. Last remaining players baiting T90 in chat with the Wonder House. Yep. T90 salutes in chat for T90 and team for organizing an awesome Rumble. Ah, nice. Nice way to finish it, guys. Nice way to finish it. Salutes in chat. Thank you so much. So, that is it. We have our payouts. Everything's finished. Regicide Rumble's over. It was a great event. And I mean, what Dogal said at the end is exactly kind of what you want, right? When you host an event, you want players to sign up, you want them to take it seriously, you want them to dive in with everything they've got. Dogal and pretty much every player did that. And even if a player didn't go in with everything they had, even if a player, like, you know, screwed up some settings here or there, it was still, like, really, it added to the show and it added to the content, you know? I know that this isn't everyone's cup of tea because it's not like competitive AoE in its normal setting. But the thing I love about AoE is that you can enjoy it in so many different ways. And I've never understood how, like, people question, how can you watch low elo? Well, it's because it's like, it's a completely different world. It's a different version of Age of Empires. So that's why I like to do that. How can you not like community games? They're so different. It's a different type of setting, right? So basically, long story short, I just think this game is amazing to enjoy in a bunch of different ways. That's what this is. I'm not saying that everyone has to enjoy this. I'm just saying I'm very grateful that you guys get it, and that the players got it, and that we could host this thing and have it be so good and like successful, at least on stream. So thank you, everybody, very much. This is not something that I take lightly, that I can come on here and just do a 5-day event and do wacky settings and have it be epic. So from the chat, who for the most part was awesome, you know who you are, to the players, and then just to all the mods who also kind of rallied around the event too, like helping out with the memes, helping out with keeping chat sorted. It was really fun. I appreciate it. Also to Ugly and Hardy who made the event look nice and kind of spruced it up more than I would have ever even wanted with the imagery is awesome. I mean, Hardy even changed the intro to be Regicide Rumble colored. I didn't ask for that, you know? So thank you. All right, thank you. As for my plans to Regicide Rumble in the future, honestly, it was just super freaking fun. I'd love to do it more. A big reason why I was able to do this was because of the support from Forte Strategists. Like, last time I went in and I'm like, okay, I'm spending $5,000 regardless of what happens. And it's only 5 days, and you don't know how YouTube's going to do. So it's obviously, they're very likely you're not going to make that money back. This time, a fan of the channel was like, hey, slap my company's logo up there. Let's do Regicide Rumble. And I was like, all right, dude. So he obviously made it easier to justify like financially, but I'd love to do this more. I think the last one was 10 months ago. This one, so like once a year, I think is very doable. It'll really just depend on what the schedule looks like. And just like with anything, if you do it too much, it doesn't become nice. So I don't know. I can't give you any more info except that I'd like to continue to do it at least once a year. Twice a year maybe is ambitious, but it's fun. And as for everything, like, I'll learn from this. I'll think of things we can improve next time, things we can do differently to make it better for the players, better for the fans, and whatnot. So that's it. Thank you so much, everyone. Again, with events like this, I just can't say thanks to everyone, which is really uncomfortable for me, because this isn't like 10 people or 20 people, even though we've had some really big contributors. It's also everyone showing up, watching. Without my individual subs, man, the primes, the resubs, the channel wouldn't be what it is. So thank you, everyone as a whole. Sorry if I missed thanking you individually, but feel very grateful to be able to just pursue my passions and to just have fun with this crazy game and have so many people support me, man, especially after all these years. I don't know if you guys know this, but like Regicide Rumble 1, can I even find it? Regicide Rumble 1 was 8 years ago. You want to hear what I sounded like?
Yeah, I think so, but you can't commit too much to water.
I was so young and so excited. I think I was also speaking into the wrong end of my microphone. So that was 8 years ago is when Regicide Rumble started. I don't even know if we had money on the line. We probably did. But yeah, it's cool that we can throw money into it, man, but like still the theme remains that people who join just take it super seriously and everyone wants to have a good time. Also, fun fact, in the game that I clicked, Teutonic Tanks was in that game. That's something. I knew he was in like Regicide Rumble 3 and 4 and 5, but Teutonic Tanks was actually in the game that I pulled up, and he won it. Yeah. It was an hour and a half long migration game. He won it. So he's a legend of Regicide Rumble. And there's others like that. There's others like that too that we bring back every time who are just really good in these settings. So anyways, thank you, chat. Appreciate you all. Seriously, I can't really say more to get the point across than what I already did. Arch, thank you for the bits, dude. It'll definitely come back, man. It'll definitely come back. It's just a matter of when. Thank you. If you missed it, it'll all be on YouTube. This week I will be live. I'm heading home to see family at the end of this upcoming week, but I'll be live this week for normal streams, and obviously the YouTube's there. So take care, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the event, and see you all next time.